All right, today we're finally back on Mini Cities 2 because it's actually been over a year since I played this game as well, and I think it's about time I revisit all of my old cities and improve on them, or really just make a new one. So we're back with a new city, which we need to rename right away to Moocah City 2. I think that works good. And basically, what I need to do, if you guys don't remember, is get this city kind of started. Now, I will say this, ladies and gentlemen, I do not 100% recall what I'm supposed to be doing. There's quite a lot of stuff that I'm going to have to relearn during this playthrough, so I'm going to go ahead and try my best to get this going without burning too much time. But give me a little bit of grace, okay, if I can't seem to remember. But it also will help those who are new to this game learning with me. Now, I did play this game before, got to a massive population. I beat the game, okay? But I think this time around, I want to go for more of a large city feel. First thing we have to unlock, as you guys can probably see here, is going to be some sort of stone factory. Now, at the top of the screen here is the development button. And in here, you can see all the different stuff we can unlock, all the different buildings, all the different styles, different shops, different industry stuff. And then this is what we need to look at here, the different like producers or whatever it's called. And only do 2 DP. Unlock the small stone mine. Go ahead and grab that there, and export this to there. Cool. So now we're making stone, we're making wood, and this little shop right here is gonna need stone and wood. I'll also need a little classic factory. We'll put that right next to this thing, I guess. Or honestly, yeah, no, it don't matter for now. We'll put this here. We'll rearrange everything eventually, but for the start of the game here, I want to have everything kind of close together. And then this building right here will produce the goods that we can sell in this store right here, so we can actually make money. So it is very important to get this going, because without it, I think we make a little bit of taxes. We get 2 coins per tick, but that's like basically nothing. So we'll definitely need some more stuff, but we have a store now, and once we get some goods going in here, we should be fine. But as you can see there, we have our first issue, and that is not enough population. So we just go ahead and just make a little block here, and the people who live next to this factory aren't going to be super ecstatic, rightfully so, waking up with smog in their throats. We're gonna just have to start building some more houses over here. Now, later in the game, there are some automation stuff that we can get, like the stuff that'll automatically deliver the resources to wherever we need them, stuff like that. But for now, we're kind of stuck doing it manually, which is fine. It's going to be all right, but it is a little bit slower. But now you can see we have this issue right here, which means we have no goods to sell. Once the building gets up and running, produce some goods, and then this will be working. Now, all I got to do now is get to 15 DP. We can unlock the small office, and that is going to allow us to basically make tasks. So, for example, we would set a task for this thing to export its goods. This simple stuff like that, and then you can see like right here, this one's able to make so it's 50 for goods sold, so pretty decent money, but it's not auto, but we can get it to auto with the offices. So what I'm gonna do is just start piling some more houses here. The only issue that we could face by doing this is that it's possible we run out of power and electricity. That's never, you know, fun, but I think it'll be decently all right. There is this to see that. I could have sworn there was a way to see how much water. Here we go. So once you click on the water, we make 1 kiloliter per hour, and we are now consuming 180. I think we're good for a second, but we will need to think about this. Yeah, we also read watts, make it 100 watts. Give some extra wiggle room, but not a whole ton. So that is the downside to constantly building stuff. We're at 14. We need 1 more. Build 1 more house. You do get the DP for, which is development points. Get those for building stuff. So pretty simple. What I hadn't actually just do is $1,500, but I'm just gonna build a second wind turbine. Honestly, let's just go ahead and get a second water tower as well. And I believe those should give me DP. If not, I just burns. I mean, listen, we did need them anyways, so it is what it is. Let's go ahead and get a school. That was $1,000. Okay, we're also gonna need maybe. Yeah, I can't make a good decision. We're gonna go broke. Oh no. We're getting the stone and the wood in here at least, I guess. We need planks, which is another little thing we'll have to set up eventually. But I'll show you guys how we do it. It's not that hard. It's just bit of a setup is required. So here we go. We're gonna unlock this. We're missing producers for planks, which needed to building. I understand that. Now we gotta get these right here. The lumber mill, 6 DP, first wood, 2 planks. So we'll get that in a second. We just need 6, and we're already at 1. So we need to build like 5 more buildings, and we're gonna be good. All right, so hopefully that's actually all we need. I don't really know exactly how much power and water it's going to take, but we don't double our stuff, so we should be fine. Yeah, we're up to 100. Okay, this should be fine. We should be all right. So I don't know what the school does exactly. I think it just boosts the attitude of all the surrounding people, and by doing that, you get more coins thick or something like that. But you can see already we're just like already kind of needing better wood production, honestly better stone production as well. So eventually we'll take a corner of the map and build all of our production stuff, and that'll be the way we do it. And honestly, what I'd like to do, basically have the entire map in sort of a square. So the production's over here, and a big railroad is going to follow around the entire outskirt of the map, and we're going to have train stations on each corner. And when you deliver to a train station on a train, it has a 50% faster delivery time, so everything's cut in half. So it is very useful to have. But for now, we're still a broke little city. Let's get the lumber mill and let's get this going. For now, I'm gonna put this lumber mill right here next to this. And the cool thing about the office is that we can also set up a automatic plank production. So we'll have this thing automatically delivered to the planks so that we're always going to have planks on hand, at least 10. Now, when it's full, it will stop sending that signal, if you want to call it that. So unless we have this going into like a storage facility, it's basically just a great way to have a couple of planks on hand all the time. Whenever we use them, it'll auto refill back up and it will be good to use. But now we can officially start building our school. Let's focus on this for now. We're going to need about 5 more wood in here, then 5 planks. It'll be sort of difficult because it's going to take a little bit of time, but that's okay. Get these planks going. I think it might be a fun rate or a 1-to-2 ratio. So 1 piece of wood is actually 2 planks here. And eventually we'll be able to get bigger tree farms, as you can see here, and bigger stone mines. So those things become a lot easier. But 15 DP, well, so eventually we will get those, but right now we just don't have enough money or DP to handle those. More plank is needed, and bada bing, bada boom, the school is officially being built. Now, I don't really remember what the school does. I think it might make our people all work faster as well because they're touch harder. You can see here, education bars completely empty. There's no recreation, so no parks, no nature, so no trees, no police, no medical, and no fire. So we do need get those decently here. Now, I just think that those will affect the amount of pay. You see, they only have 50% happiness, so now they're going in 2.5 coins. Instead of 2. And depending on the house size, they pay more or pay less. Right now, this little store right here is our only money maker. So we've got to get this suburban office built instantly, but now we're out of money. So I'll have to AFK for a little bit, make some money, and be back in no time. Okay, so now we have 2.5k. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, grab this small suburban office, pop it here. Let me get the planks real quick. And bada bing, bada boom. The office is officially done. Oh, because the lights will turn on. Just kidding. We don't have enough people. Let's build some more houses. Now, yeah, we're basically, we need, I don't know, almost out of money completely. And hopefully this will be enough to get me threshold. Please. This thing takes up so much work. So we had all these houses, right? They all have been working here now. And all these extra ones still not good enough. Wow. There we go. Okay, so now, let me show you how this works. Now, for the offices we currently have, they're not super good. So we can only manage 2 clients. So what I'm going to do, I want to manage this building. And what I want this to do is export this building when the client, aka the classic factory, is full. Now, when this thing fills up all the way, it will automatically export all of its goods to this commercial building here. We have an infinite supply of money. Okay, now it's not tons of money, but it is nice. Now we're gonna manage a new building. We're gonna do the small tree farm. We're gonna export lumber mill. Cool. So we're always gonna have a max amount of planks, which is right here. Done. When this goes up here, good. Oh no, okay, you see over here. This is working on a task. Most likely gonna be the wood deliver. They're delivered placed. And now this thing has wood in it. So it's gonna manage both of these. And as long as the timing isn't crazy close on them, it should be fine. But this thing here can only hold a total of 20 wood. Once there's 20 wood in there, this thing will be full. This thing will be full planks. And but now I can see this thing's probably working on factory. Works if this symbol goes away. Boom, works. Now, like I said, we have an infinite supply of money, which is awesome. That's good. Now, if we want to add more shops, we're going to have to add more of these factories and more of these buildings. I'll take off this one for the next time we get another factory, but for now, that's basically how it works. Now, looking at our development points here, what else do we have? We have 20, so we could potentially start working on large tree farms. But I'm more tempted to get something like, we can cycle over on these tabs to see what they work for. The one we have right now, sell rate is 10x. This one's already at 16, 12, and then it starts just kind of spiraling out of control. 41x. 20x, 40x, 80x, 120x. See, kind of get quite insane. And I think I'd really like to get these small American shops. Going to be 22.5 deep. Build it. We're gonna need bricks. So I think that we need. I don't even. Brick factory. Or stone to brick. Okay, so it's going to be quite a large investment. What I'll do for now is just go ahead and get the other one. The other one doesn't require that much stuff. Let's like in stone. Okay. And just sell it 6 for. I don't really know how that really works, but just higher numbers better. Now it's going to be 1.1k for this. We'll wait a little bit. That one. What I will go ahead and do for now is just second classic shop, I think, and a second factory as well, because the factory is $500. What I would like to do in a dream scenario is have classic shop literally next door to the classic factory. That way delivery time is absolutely farther it is, longer this guy has to work. Anyways, that's kind of the plan for now. I'm gonna grind for a little bit here before I do anything crazy. Give me some time to make some money. I'll be back with. All right, so I'm back. I got some more money, 4.8k, feeling good. And I did go ahead and make a second little setup here, so we're officially making it twice. So I got this little factory thing here, and then I got the newer one in there. We're making decent money. I'm clicking on this money tab. You can see our expenses are $100 per tick, which plus seconds. You can every 10 seconds. So, you can see here. So our net income is only $82. Even though we're supposed to be making 130 from this, and income said only $100. So basically, what I need to do now is start kind of spamming houses. What I think I'll do for now is I can actually just make a separate little neighborhood over here, and it won't even matter. So I'm just gonna do just that. Let me see. I think that's enough. Let me give me a second. Okay, I actually spent all my money. Crap! All right, sorry. What I'll do is just I got these new houses, and they're supposed to be making me a little bit more money. So I'm literally just going to dogpile these things, hope that they can cash, because let me tell you, Big Papa needs it right now. Now these shouldn't up my expenses per tick. They should only increase my residential income per tick. You can see we're at $52 right now. This thing should steadily climb once these are done being constructed. So I'm really hoping that, I don't know, these things just need to hit, okay? Because we were making decent money, but my expenses are like killing me right now. So yeah, decently quickly here. Please tell me. Okay, good. So these are not counting for expenses per tick. Good. Our net income is going up. We can get it up to $100 per 10 seconds. That's going to be quite nice. That's going to allow us to, let's see, every 100 seconds, so a little over a minute, we'll be making $1,000. So that's not bad. We just need to, or no, I'm not very smart. Yeah, that's right. I mean, every like minute and a half, almost 2 minutes, we'll be making $1,000. So that's not that bad. You know, it could be worse, especially considering the fact that I just spent half my money on this stupid road, like an absolute. He's also giving us 2 DP every time I build one, which is nice. Got development points are slowly but surely stacking up. I'm working on the American stuff because it's close to home, literally, and I want next one coins per tick. And actually, costs 10 planks. Now it does cost $1,300 to build one of them, so it's gonna be pretty expensive. But for now, we're gonna just spam these medium American houses and hope for the best. You can see our money is up though. Yeah, we're up to over 103, so that's really sweet. As long as you don't burn through all of our water, which we're good on water and electricity close, but as long as you don't burn through those, our expenses shouldn't go up any more than they currently are. Okay, hopefully they stop going up, because that would be really nice. But I am just going to spam these houses all the way down this street if I can, I suppose, and hopefully much longer until. Nice, we're up to over $100 for our actual income per tick, which is great. So we're just gotta keep boosting that up and hope for the best. Now you can see that when there's a tick that happens when our commercial income not up to par, our income does drop off the face of the earth. That really only happens when this happens, when goods are just stock yet. Not that big of a deal. But there we go. These bad boys over here are each that's 5 points tick, and that's with 30% happiness. Nothing. So we need police stations, a lot of stuff, but that is all I think technically. I'm not really loving the idea of that. What I will do, sure, get a park in here. Park going to improve their happiness. I also need a school over here. Again, I think that also counts as, I don't know, we're doing with that, but see all their happiness go up a little bit. If we click over here, yeah, they're not really that happy. We some more jobs as well, but those all count as expenses. So I'm not really in a rush to do. Hopefully this will help a little bit. We're at 5-point tick for most of these guys, but with 100% happiness, we have a lot more. So yeah, I guess I should start thinking about these things here. They are a little bit expensive in terms So I'm just not in a big rush to get them done, but maybe we'll get them. I really think we should get the medium job. It's $2,700, but it's gonna get a salary of 26, which is a giant jump. It's and more our current small job. Give us some more jobs, and honestly, it's just more money that we definitely need. Now to be able to supply this, we'll need another factory and then another office. So that's a lot of expenses yet again. But I think it's going to be worth it. So a little bit more DP, we'll be there. I got to keep building. All right. That technique worked great. So now I got all those houses. They're making me money. I get an Asian shop, making me even more money. You can see 219 now per tick. That's awesome. So I think I have a dangerously good idea. So I'm going to take these Asian offices, right? Or the Asian commercial buildings. And I'm just going to line them up on the other side of this street. Now, is it pretty? No. Do I care? No. Because I'm trying to get one thing. That is rich. So, they're $2,700 a pop. That's pretty crazy. But we're gonna make this work. So what I'm gonna do, I just gotta have to make this kind of space to be able to fit this in here. Then the classic factory behind it. I think right there might be perfect. Okay, so this is the size we need for this. Pause. So all I gotta do now is connect this back up, like so. I'm just slowly but surely fill these things up, okay? And then what I'll do is have a small suburban office right here. This will be the brains of the operation, you know what I'm saying? So now I gotta build all this crap. Okay, boom. Everything is officially made now. I did have to upgrade my power a second ago, so we have a little bit extra, and our water production is fine. So these should all work with our current setup. We have tons of people living in these houses. You can see most people still aren't even employed, so this should be very nice. And also, when we do employ people, they pay us a little bit more. So now we get 7 per tick off the houses of people that aren't just complete bums and are homeless. Well, not homeless, just jobless and moneyless. Now, eventually, we'll have to upgrade these because I don't think this is completely sustainable, to be completely honest. But it's okay. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to select this task. We're going to say it's going to export to you when the client is full. And this would also take, like, no time because they're so close together. And I think it should work pretty well. And my goal with this little section here is to have all of my money making in one area for the start. And then I can use this money that I make from this area to kind of help sustain the city and start actually allowing us to get our production up. I think I'm going to designate my production to this bottom left corner here. I got some ideas and some plans, but I need a lot of money to do those plans. So for now, we'll have to wait a little bit longer. But I mean, this little setup here, this guy right here has already made us 8.5k, and that's not even like crazy. Like, it's good. This guy's already made us $130. This whole system over here officially operating and hopefully should be making us money. So now it's time to just duplicate it. And if we look here, my expenses did go up, okay, but so did our net income. Our net income's almost a 300, and our expenses are only 160. And the next time I build one of these, it's going to be a little bit cheaper as well, because I don't have to build another office building. I have to just build classic factory and Asian store. So it's not that bad, okay? I promise you. Not to mention, this is giving us, honestly, quite a bit of DP points. So that's pretty good. I think this is going to be very much so worth it. Let me get these built and get this system up and running, and hopefully we'll be making even more money in no time. But I need probably, look, it costs 5k to buy the land, and I don't know if it scales or not, but it's 5k to buy the first piece of land. So honestly, I might just make a little production center right here for right now, because I'm tired of having everything in one area in the middle here, and it's not really making money. Really simple. So I'm just gonna, our expenses did go up a little bit more, but we just need planks and stone. We'll be making even more money, and hopefully it'll beat the expenses that are steadily climbing up. So back to the grind for me. BRB in like 15 seconds. Okay, so there we go. Everything is working, and we have $11,000. Now, what I'm going to do, because I want my majority of my people to be living in these houses over, because you can see here, okay, we will need some more houses. Part of these are like fully employed, so if we get rid of these, then some jobs are going to go a little bit angry. We're going to have to get some, not very many, probably 6 of them, maybe 7 if we desperate. Let's try 6 for now. We need some more crate. So yeah, I'm definitely getting tired of doing this already. Like running out of planks constantly. Very annoying. So I'm gonna have to get some sort of system in place, which I have made in my last video. the last series, I should say. So I can do it. I know what to do. It's but time consuming and honestly money consuming. If that's even the right way to say that. But even more houses are done now. That's going to be even more money. Now it's $432 per tick, which is so good for us. And basically, what I need to have happen here is I think I could honestly delete this entire starter city. And this over here could be completely self-sufficient because we don't really need any resources at the moment. They make all the goods they need. As long as we have power and water, like, we're fine. So that's kind of my plan for now. Let's do exactly that. Maybe build this last house. We'll delete all this stuff here. Get some money back, but the real purpose is to get this signed. So new system over. That should be our last export for now. Once that goes through, we're going to go Bob the Builder Demolisher mode on this stuff here. And it's going to be all right. Boom, 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 boom. Everyone's going to complain. Oh, I don't have any drinking water. Well, all the bullcrap. You know how it is. You know how humans be. And I ain't worried one single bit. We're going to delete all the roads. We're going to delete everything we possibly can. And that is simply because the way we have that is really good for starting, but not really good for long term. I want to have some stuff here in the middle, like city or something. So definitely need to have that a little bit. Now, everything here is going to complain. Oh, we don't have power, we don't have water. All that boring crap. Of course, they're going to complain. What I'm going to do is just place our water and stuff over in this section here. I don't really know. Place this next one. But 3 of those or those should be good for now. Those will all get built in here shortly. And our city will be back up and running. Are these? I think these are actually getting. I definitely. Okay, it's not working. I heard the noise, but it didn't actually play. Let's do the windmills. Yeah, I can do one. From this side. Sweet. All those are getting built. And that will put our city back online. Sweet. I'm just going to add 2 more and fix the spacing a little bit on those. And everything here should be working now. Now, see, these things are working really slow. So actually, I was mistaken. I told you guys it's dependent on the space from here to like here to here. But it's not. It's just dependent on which offices we have. You can see it's here. The processing speed is 15 seconds. It's not great. It's not great. This classic office is about 5 seconds faster. This one's faster as well, and we can do 3 clients building. So yeah, we're gonna definitely think about getting that. And I think really close to this. What do we? Okay, so to build this concrete glass, I think for now, honestly, the system we have in place is pretty much good enough for me. We're just going to keep making this. Also, by deleting all those buildings over there, our income has spiked even more because our expenses fell so much. So this is good. So what I need to do now, take some time, take some money, and we're just going to purchase this plot of land right here. Basically, what I need to do is start working, getting all of my industry, if you want to call it that, set up and ready to go. So we're going to need, of course, a tree farm. Honestly, we're going to need 2 because I want to have a tree farm dedicated to making wood. Then I want to have a tree farm dedicated to making planks. The way that I'm going to do that is by placing a plank production directly in front of it. Just so I know in my head what that place is used. Now we have 2, so we could technically use both of these for whatever we need. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to place a road right here to kind of separate stuff. Going to complain a little bit. We're going to get down though. There you go. Something like that would be perfect. And let's export the here just to get built. And so one thing we can actually go and unlock is going to be, let's see, where are these things at? Yes, so we're going to need to get the small warehouse, then the medium, and eventually the large. See, the large can hold up to 500 units, and you can see the max deliveries actually goes up. We can do 2 deliveries at once. Ooh, a cargo airport. Let's definitely use that. So, 15 DP to unlock the large tree farm is probably a good idea, and then 7.5 for this. What I'll do is go ahead and just unlock this, because I have to get the small warehouse next. I'm not going to worry about placing this down just yet, because I don't really need to. We will start getting some small warehouses down right away. So what I'm going to do is just layer these small warehouses onto this road here, and hopefully there'll be enough storage for quite a long time. Each of these can store up to 25 of a given resource, so that's pretty good. We're also going to do just of these stone pits, and what I want to have happen now is when we make bricks, we'll put the bricks in front of this, and then we're going to need some offices, quite a few offices in fact. We're just going to start placing these things down. 3 of them should be fine for now. I know it's a lot of money we're spending, but just trust me, we're gonna need to. So I'm not gonna worry about building these yet. Can't even use them really good until we have our offices up. So we need to get our plank production skyrocketed right away. Have our stones also just full, and then we should be good to start building this. But now our expenses is gonna go back up, unfortunately, but that's okay, because this is like the core of our city. If this is not in place, we can't produce anything, and that's not good. Now I know our city looks kind of bland now, kind of separated, but it's okay. Also, I figured out the roads don't actually have to connect to anything, so that's for now. They won't be connected. Eventually, I will connect them. Okay, but for now, it don't matter all that much. Now it's time to start work built. Now, nice. We are officially building our very first one. Now let me show you basically what I'm thinking. Now a lot of these won't be used yet, but for later resources, I want to have them just ready to go. Here's what we want to do. Here's our office, right? Like I said before, this basically controls all of the automation out of our city. Now, we don't have enough workers, apparently. Well, that's more help. I suppose it's not a lot. We do have a lot of stuff over there. Planks and some stone. Now, one downside of placing your stuff on the other side of the map, as you can see here, is now to deliver 4 stone, it takes 15 seconds. So in terms of like optimization, that's a big word, it's not really that great, to be honest. But it's okay, because it doesn't really matter all that much, because eventually we'll be delivering multiple resources at once, and it won't really matter all that much. It's just 15 seconds of waiting time. Most of the time, you're not building something with the necessity, or whatever the word is, to need them like immediately, so it's okay. Now, with these 2 houses, that should be enough workers, I would imagine, for this. This right here, I'll just get it set up anyways. It's going to be our wood storage. Okay, so this is going to manage this wood farm. Then we're going to export to this storage when the wood farm is full. So now when this thing is full, we're going to deliver stuff to here. And the way that I'm going to remember that is by making this brown. We're going to make it nice and brown, and we're going to give it a white outline just to keep looking. And that way, when I come over here, I say, okay, I need to export wood. I can just grab this building, which will have 25 wood in it, and export it to wherever I need the wood at. You can see there, it's already working. Now, I'm also going to go ahead and say, we're going to manage this building, and say, you're going to export to there when it's full. Now we have a constant stream of wood going into our planks, which is also very, very helpful. See here, already have 10 wood in our storage, ready to go. This way we're not burning through our materials as much. Think about it like this. If I have this thing full of 10 wood and I'm doing something over here, I am burning so much wood that I could be using or could be storing to use for future construction crap. Same with the planks. So by doing this, it kind of, I think, helps a little bit with keeping everything kind of a better pace. So hopefully by the time they're done, we'll have enough storage to last us for quite a while. So this one here will be planks. We'll make it red or something to keep it in mind with this. But to be able to make this one, now we need another office. Obviously, we need more, which is just hopefully when we're not constructing something, everything will have so much time to keep up, catch up. We'll have a lot of excess materials we can use to build stuff. Not to wait so much time on the actual production of materials. So for planks, I'm going to make it kind of this red. Or honestly, no, we'll do like this. We'll do like this kind of diarrhea brown. And hope that this will be... Yeah, my brain can think. For this one, I know it's not ready to go, but we'll manage this. Say to export. Well, anyways, you know what I'm saying. We'll export the planks to here, so we'll have 25 planks at all times. And then stone will be in here. Always have 25 stone. Brick will be in here, and so on and so forth. Now, those I do believe count as expenses. To balance that out, we'll need some more houses, which is not that big of a deal for us because we have all the materials needed. So look, perfect way to show this off. We have planks, stone, needed. I'm going to say, well, I'm just going to come over here. My plank storage, which not yet, but when it is, we can just deliver over here. Then we can deliver from each of the stone quarries. We can deliver from this as well. So that's 3 deliveries we can do now. And with the planks, we can deliver from 2 spots at once, so it's a little bit faster because you can only do 1 delivery from spot usually. I'm hoping that these will be enough houses over here to hopefully sustain us the rest of the they probably take about 10 people to set up, but let's see, is this still not okay? I guess we need to start working on getting some bigger houses, which is always a good thing because it just makes some more money as well, so that's positive. All right, this one's done now. So back to here, export from there to there. So Now we always have a excess of planks. And we do the same for stone, and we're good. Oh, no. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a big issue. I just restarted my game. I went to load Moocah City 2, right? And now when I load it, like, it says this stuff is still here, and I'm not able to make money. There. My money's not changing. Oh, kidding me. Great. Well, at least I learned a lot. Oh, man. This blows. Oh, y'all, give me like a couple of hours to get stuff back. Okay. We're kind of back to where we were before everything literally imploded. And this time around, I did adjust a couple of things. First off, I went ahead and got a better, what do I call this? Warehouse? Goods producer. So the goods are actually worth more. I forgot about that. So you can see here, the goods are actually worth 9 coins before they were worth 5 coins. So it's actually a pretty big boost. And I'm also, I just unlocked the medium suburban office. So we're going to get that up and running here in a second. So everything is running decently smoothly. I got a big row of houses like we did before. And just a tiny little thing because I was running out of space. I was kind of like juggling between having too much jobs and then not having enough jobs and then so on and so forth. So we got it working though. So I'm almost back to where I was before, and our current money net income is pretty high, 419. It was spiking at like $700 when all 3 of these are up and running, but I don't have this one set up on automatic delivery, so I kind of get sloppy sometimes and forget. So that's on me. But this next office is literally right here. And I'm going to set up some more stuff. I think get a couple more buildings as well, running up like this. In a dream scenario, you would have 2 connected to 1, so it has 100% uptime. But I don't know, for me, I don't care that much. I think I might just put a crappy one on there, so it always is selling something, even if it's not worth the max amount. Because these new factories are worth a little bit more. Yeah, it's $500 versus $1,800, so it don't really matter all that much, but I would just prefer it. But there we go. This office should be done. And then I can delete this stuff, move this back, and start working on that. I also could have it on this corner, but it don't really matter. I just don't like the long delivery times all that much, but I'm like, it don't really. Yeah, for the most part, things going good. These offices are better, and they're also a little bit faster than these ones. On the downside, they do cost $5,000. So, is it worth it? Probably so. But you can see already, we have an issue. We don't have enough people in our city. Great. We're building 2 more houses here. Hopefully that'll be enough. If not, okay. I have a lot of DP points. 17. I don't have that much. Okay, never mind. But I do want to buy this. Nobody needs planks. So 12 DP. These can hold 20 residents per house. They also make me a pretty hefty amount of cash. So we're gonna take that, abuse it. So yeah, let me think here. I think I'm gonna start getting these things set up first. Because I'm just tired of not having enough stuff. You know. Great. We also need more power, which wonderful. Play it safe. Get a water tower as well. The good side of things, we do make quite a lot of money now. Bad side of things, our city doesn't look super pretty. It's also not super efficient. Very much so money oriented, which is kind of good. Kind of what my plan was before anyways, so fine. But I just want to check to make sure that glitch never happens again. I'm going to load this. Good. Okay. Last time it glitched out, I got stuck at 10K and I couldn't place anything. And actually, no, I could. But it would not affect my money. My money would be stuck at 10K and it wouldn't fix. The only way I could fix it by deleting the save and going through the tutorial. Hopefully never gonna happen again. There we go. We got a new management building ready to go. We can now officially say these are all working at 100% efficiency for the most part. You can see they're all synced up, which is nice. Hopefully we can start printing even more money. I do need to get some more these buildings and spam them for a little bit, make a little corner over here like I did before. But for now, let's get this section over all buttoned up. Now eventually I'll come back through here, delete all these to make them actually be on a road, but just for the beginning of this game, I did not care how it looked. I just needed it to work. So everything seems to be working now. We should office building. Yeah, you can see just how much faster this, about 5 seconds faster, which is very helpful because seconds is kind of insane. That one finished, about 5 seconds left. This one, that's good. But yeah, let's. And I'm not gonna buy that one yet. I'm gonna go in here and delete all of these. I'm literally gonna do the exact same setup I did before, except this time it's actually gonna save. All right, so I've got everything pretty much working. These houses over here are overpowered as crap. They make me 11 coins. They hold 20 TP. And wait, let me make sure. 25. And make sure I don't have any expenses before I tell you I don't have any expenses. But I'm pretty sure I don't have any expenses. Okay. They might have expenses. Might be because this thing's. I don't really know. Either way, they're really good. So I would highly recommend them. But yeah, we finally got this section over here like I wanted to in the last video section. Finally done. So this is great. All I need now are these office buildings to help run everything, make everything smooth. We probably are going to need some more workers before we get these up and running. Fine. Planks. I got this thing worked on anyways. Money-wise, we're doing really good. You guys can see. Oh, goodness. Bad timing. Let them work again. There we go. $539 per tick. Really good. We can stock up quite a bunch of money. And, yeah. Bad. These houses here are going to be our safe race. Get this there. Stones to here. And we can start up over here. Awesome. That's going to get built. And what it does, I'll show you again, just in case you forgot how. Yeah, it looks like first we're going to need some more workers. It's not that bad. All we have to do, let's see actually how 50 workers. Okay, that's 10 more work. I don't know how many we need for it to actually like run a bit, but okay, we finally got enough workers. That was a lot. I had to build a bunch of these houses because I ran out of planks. Then my planks stopped working. It's a long. So let's see if this works. So I have everything set up in here, right? This is kind of the back end of it. Basically, all this is saying is when these are full, they're going to go to these storage buildings. Wood's full, it goes here. This is full, it goes to planks, and then when the planks are full, it goes here. Kind of not super complicated, but get it down the first time, it gets a lot. There we go, and just like last time, let's go ahead and get the right color. The light brown for the planks, dark brown for the wood. You can see management building is actually doing something, which I think it's going to be delivering, yep, to here. So now, worst come to shove, push come to shove, I don't know. In worst case scenario, we'll always have extra materials on hand. That's what I'm trying to get at here. You see this is not working, and then this will fill up this, and then you can technically hold a total of 35 of each material, because there'll be 25 in here, and then so it's gonna be pretty good. Just do the same thing over here for bricks, and we'll be heavenly. Once we have this, like, just real simple setup, I'm comfortable expanding on everything else, and then we'll upgrade this as time goes on. I think the easiest way to really upgrade these is just to add another storage building behind each. We can hold another 25 behind each, but because the next upgrade is going to cost quite a lot. It costs 30, and then 100 coins each. It can hold 100 though, so yeah, it definitely is worth it. So we'll upgrade those. But I'm not really in any rush right now. There we go. You can see in here, this is the planks. This is wood. So wood's already done, already full. The planks just got another big giant load put into it, so we're gonna put them over here on this house, and that's another house done. Hopefully that kind of helps clear up everything. We're gonna get this one up and running, and it'll be the same, but for the stone and brick production. That's literally all of our production finished. Now, before I get too much farther ahead of myself than I already am, let's get some more houses in here. It's all built first. We're gonna need as much workers as we can possibly get. Here, we're out of plank. Wait, actually, no, I was gonna say it's gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna work. We're gonna need more planks. So yeah, I'm gonna get to grinding on this, get it all set up, and start producing more of these buildings, and be back when I have some more money saved. Okay, so I've been working like a dog. Wolfger. See, this is all set up now and working. I also got all these new houses done. And over here, went ahead and got an even better producer, and then worked one-to-one flawlessly. All these buildings. Powering up these. Right now, we get an income of $857, which is not too bad, honestly speaking. So I need to off this section. Probably call it a day. But I just got to make a lot more money than I got to be able to build a giant city. So it's kind of a bit of a, give and take. You increase a little bit. And now I think everything's now I'm gonna try to finish these and hopefully have enough buildings to. Oh yeah, we'll see what this goes like. All right, so I'm just getting these done, but of course, as per usual, run out of space for humans. So I think what I'll do is stone. So we have to get into concrete to build them, but I'm gonna unlock these apartments. Hold 20 residents. But they're a little bit smaller. So I'm gonna try to abuse that. And then I'm gonna get the apartments as fast as possible. It's gonna give us 140 per tick and hold 100 residents per building. But like I said before, it's gonna take that. But yeah, let's go ahead and little section for apartments. Go through here and delete this stuff. We're gonna have some issues off the rip, but that's okay. I'm just gonna delete all these buildings. It's actually gonna be good to delete. We're gonna give us jobs, and we have better buildings going anyway. We're gonna go ahead and just all that stuff. Very good to start with. Very thankful for those things. Time to move on. So we're gonna need some power and stuff. So at the beginning, but we're just gonna move over here. So no harm, no foul. All right, that should be plenty of power and water for our city for a very long while. Some stuff's still gonna complain, but they can get over it. So let's see how this is looking. Okay, everything here is still working, delivering wood. Wood's needed. Great. That stuff's kind of getting built. And let's head like this. The road to kind of run straight through this. I kind of like symmetrical based cities, if that makes sense. My city that I live in is sort of symmetrical, and it could be better. But I like the symmetrical too is this. Then I'm going to measure out just how much space I'm not. It's going to be our downtown area. And why I want to do this, because I want to be able to have everything kind of its own like little world. I want to have a bunch of like little worlds. That makes any sort of sense. I probably sound like a absolute, kind of what I'm thinking. Something like this. And then we'll probably do another, yeah, we could do like one way. Then some apartments on this. We're gonna need a heck of a lot of bricks and stones for all these. Or working on these. I like these a little bit closer. So that. Looky there, just like that. There's 2 houses already done. Don't need to wait for our resources to kind of restock, but this will be fine for now. One thing I definitely need to unlock before it's too late is this right here, the construction unit. It's completely separate, so we can actually just unlock it right now. But it automatically constructs building in its range. It's stored resources. I'm unlocking this. We need glass and concrete. Okay. Well, let me think here then. Okay. First off, let me go ahead and unlock these small ore mines. Go ahead and unlock the factory as well. We'll also need this mill. We need sand. Oh gosh. Also oil pumps, which I don't know if I used before. Pumps sold at high rate. So I want to get that, but I'm at the same time like, let me just keep grinding for the then I'll get. Nice. So one thing we need to do now is get stone and planks over here. We're out of stone for sure, but we gotta start managing these as well. This one, the fact that I built now, it'll be fine. But this right here, the planks. Let me just delete this now. So we'll use this one to manage these. Good. That's did, but it's just they're real slow. These office buildings. Better than nothing, but they're just slow. So kind of a little bit annoying. Ready to go? Please tell me you're ready to go. It's broken. There we go. We can manage 3 clients. We'll manage 1 and 3. For 1, we're gonna export 2 when you're full. 2, we're gonna export 2 when you're full. And number 3, we're gonna export to you. So that's 3 of the buildings. Be automatically working, which is good. That's all of the money production we currently have right now. Have to be working, or our city's cooked. Luckily, 1 building by itself, let's see, time for the makes us about 200 net income. So we're $800 between for these guys right here. And I'll build more in the coming minutes, hours, days, however long it's gonna take. But I'm gonna start working on the overall happiness of my people here. And the best way to do that, in my mind, is to build some stuff. We need a playground, a school. We need a couple of things. Look at this. I built this right in the middle. All the surrounding apartments get boosted up. So that's very important. First, I need to get 10 stone. Have last one work. I want to be able to have. Wait, this is even more than I thought. Okay, my math was way off. How'd I do that? I don't know. But we're making about $1,000 per tick now, which is awesome. Again, that's net profit. So that's awesome. Then we're gonna have this one going as well. It's gonna be even more money. So really, our bottleneck now isn't particularly the farming for the money. It's just the farming stuff. So let's just go crazy. All right, I'm tired of this. We're about to go all out on production side of things. We're in the sand plant. We're in the large stone and tree farm. Guess we'll unlock ore bins. Get the glass factory, steel factory, and I think it's lock at the moment. The whole prep plant as well. Let's get that. That's everything we basically need for the stuff. Cement, concrete will be unlocked last. But after we build all this stuff, I don't think it'll be too much longer until that. So, all right, cool. So what I'm gonna do is at the very, very outskirts of town, we're gonna build one of those. Then we're gonna have to build a large tree farm. I want the large tree farm to be what is used for our actual wood. In fact, I mean, if I want to do this, I gotta do it correct, right? But I'm also running out of all of my people. This is the bottleneck of the game, right? This is the kind of the push and pull, if you want to call it that, of this game. It's a bit annoying, but it's not too bad. I guess put a road here, and that should give us a perfect amount of space for. So allow me to expand on all my current housing, and then I'll build you my crazy resource expansion in like 15 minutes. Okay, look at this. So I got like a little neighborhood apartments center thing here. We got a playground. We have all the essentials. We got police, hospital, fire station, and a school. And I got some lights in there. I think this looks absolutely phenomenal. And look at this, because they're all 100% happiness, we get 28 coins per tick per building. So that with that, we're now making more from our residential income than we are from our commercial income, which is kind of insane. And we're up to about $2,000 per tick, which is awesome. So this little neighborhood right here is splendid, and it's providing a ton of housing. It's providing a ton of money. All in all, it's just an awesome thing. It looks, look at this. I mean, it looks splendid. So this kind of style is what I'm going for this time. I'm going to just make little pods almost all over the city of different styles and different size buildings. That's kind of what I'm going for. Last time I went for like a big city in the middle and some different stuff around the sides. I want to have a absolute grid of money making, efficient houses and everything. Now I got a mirror on this side with a different kind of style, but I don't know what to do next. So that's just gonna stay empty for now. But yeah, I also have been working over here. I got distracted obviously because of the new houses. Looks so good. But what I want to do here now is try to decide what we're going to need. So back to industrial buildings. Again, we're gonna do the exact same setup, which is going to be brick production in front of one of these, lumber mill production in front of the other. These things, the big ones, can hold 25 at a time, and they produce ridiculously fast. One export. Show you this. Watch this. Ready? Look how much faster this works. That's 1. That's 2. Like, it's that fast. So that's going to be very, very helpful. I'm going to go ahead and just delete all these things over here. Very nice to have while we used it, but we're not using it anymore. So we'll just delete all these for now. Also, delete the offices, because this is going to be our new sort of system over here. Yeah. What I want to do is actually use roads a little bit closer to the time. Go all the way out here. We're going to have everything a little bit closer this time around. What we're going to do first is actually go into my development points, because I should have a lot. There we go, 125. I'm going to go into these, and I'm going to get the larger medium warehouse. It's going to be 30, but they can hold 100 units per warehouse, and that's going to be basically all we need. Let's go all the way to the right. Here they are here. These medium warehouses are going to just take wood and stone, which now we have an abundance of, so that's awesome. I think that should be about plenty now. Also, we have $150,000. I didn't even realize that. That's kind of insane. And we'll just slowly but surely start building these. They shouldn't take too long because these things are so overpowered. I'm having a good time. I don't know if we're officially like mid-game now. But we have 1,000 people living in Moocah 2. So this is pretty splendid. I also have a little bit of a technique that I'm going to use this time around to allow us to have more space for this ugly stuff. So stay put for that. But it might not work as good as I am thinking, but I think it's going to work even better than I'm. Okay, so just hang tight. But let me just give you a hint. Mole people. It makes sense. So I'm hoping we're not going to run out of space for workers anytime soon. I really need to running at all times, so I'm just gonna hope that we don't run out of space. I mean, I did just build that giant apartment complex behind us, so hopefully we're good for a while. But we're gonna build this and this, and we're gonna be pretty close to back to already where we were. Actually, go where we were. We're gonna build those a couple of what are they called, offices, and they'll be good to go. So let me go in here and let's start looking at the different offices. I could actually go here and start unlocking the European ones, but I'll pass. Let me go ahead and get the large suburban office. Costs 10K. We will also need glass, but they can handle 4 clients at a time, and they also have a processing speed of 10, 2 seconds faster than that. But they also take 100 jobs. You know what? For now, I'll just stick with the medium suburban offices. Not the greatest, but they are definitely going to work what we need them to do. I'm gonna go ahead and just jot a little road down here, and let's just see actually how much space I would need. Hypothetically, it's actually the same size as this, so another road section down and we're good. So that's 1. This should be perfect. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna fill this. Did I do that perfectly? Cover me in sugar and call me a donut. I did that perfectly. Oh my goodness, that's aura. Anyways, sorry about that. Get a little excited. We're gonna start building these things up, and we just need one of them to start the whole process off. So let me get one built so we can kind of walk away for a second. It's gonna take a little bit of time before it's ready anyways. 10. Our first one built, and honestly we have enough jobs. Also, I forgot you can just check this right here, which by the way, this is looking really good. We have 815 jobs that are already taken. We have only 375 more jobs that we can use right now. Some of these get used up as soon as the building's done. 50. Not gonna be good. particularly. That's going to be stone. That's no problem. Let's go ahead and just start managing this stuff. So we'll just get the wood going here because you want to have constant flow of wood. Get this one flowing into here. Then, of course, let's get this one flowing into here. And that's already all of our wood production done. Go in here and just recolor these to their normal colors. So this time, I'll do all the same color just because I need to see it from the top sometimes. There's that. And then already got some stuff in it. Heck yeah. Planks are actually kind of orange. So I'm going to use the orange color. That's what the color of the planks are when they're inside the menu. So we'll use orange, and it's different from red. So that's good. This one here will have to be stone. Gray on gray on gray. Then this one will have to be red for brick. This one. Also, gonna have to start working on ore as well as sand to get glass. Those can go there and there. That's ore and glass. Then we'll need one for cement. We can pop in the building over here. Cement's gonna need its own like miniature factory, so I'm not even gonna worry about that just yet. But there we go. This is actually working. We have wood in here. We already have planks in here. Everything is. Then what I also can go ahead and do, just to keep myself kind of steady, I'm gonna make the colors of the offices match the buildings that they take care of. So, for example, this one's wood and planks, so it's brown and orange. Now we can hold a total of 100 planks, 100 wood, 100 stone, whatever, in each of these storage facilities. So this is gonna be really, really good. It's gonna be a massive increase in our current setup, which is always really good. Go ahead and go through here and just delete these roads, and then just come back through here, manually replace them like so. Then we're just gonna connect this road here back to the beginning. We're officially connected. I don't know if it matters, but I kind of wish it would help the delivery times a little bit because literally everything we have is so far away. Manage your building. The rocks will export to stone. It's full here when it's full, and this one will now go here when it's awesome. We're back to where we were before, but with a way better setup. We're gonna go ahead and change the color to gray red. Now that this is rocks and bricks, and I'm not even worried about building these just yet because we don't have anything else to store until we store. So ore is actually super easy to do because it doesn't take up a whole lot of space. They're actually small. You can see here. So I'm tempted to actually place these like here just to save space. And I think what I'll do 3 ore mine. You really actually a dirt road parallel with these. Now ore takes stone, then uses that. So let me think here. I could probably fit all stone mine. If I break this road down a little bit, I could fit a small stone mine in there. Then I can follow up the side of it with this dirt road. Then I can place my all ore mines linked to this. Now, I'm not really sure what the best way to do. We're gonna need quite a lot of them though. Take 4 of them. These are gonna need stone. So this, and I think I can also do all the time. Not yet. Okay, so the next upgrade of these storage buildings will allow me to do. Actually, I think I'm being stupid. I think I read that as that's what it needs to build. Yeah. Okay. So these don't need stone. These are just going to simply produce. Let me redo this. Yeah. It's just making ore. Cool. For some reason, I read that incorrectly. That's okay. Now that's quite a lot of ore mining. I get that, but I just kind of want to go overkill. Okay, because I wanted it to be able to match the rest of our stuff over here. So what I'm gonna do, they're not all gonna be done just yet. Let's go ahead and get the wood done. Look at it, already full of 100 wood. Dang. We're waiting on this one to go ahead and get this thing ready to go so we can have our ore getting stored as well. So the thing of it is, right, if I have all of these here, I can't even all. I'll keep them up. They're not all gonna be able to be shoot directly into this. We'll have 3 on it though. But look at this, they work pretty ridiculously slow, unless of course I get the bigger one. Large ore mine costs 45 DP, and okay, let's just go ahead. No, I am basically nothing the entire time. I apologize. I've been deleting and placing, deleting and placing, but it's gonna work. I'm just figuring out the best technique. But yeah, let's use these. Look a little. Oh, let's hope fit. Nice. 2. Okay. Color me purple and call me a grape. We just got enough for all these. Now it's going to be 50 stone per. Honestly, insane. Get that going. Planks as well. Or just, well, I suppose. Using a lot of stone right now, but once we stop using so much, it will fill up like the wood is. Now the wood is at a surplus, which is awesome. We need 25 more stone, and we can kind of walk away from this little section here. Also nice having all these stuff closely related together because we're all able to kind of help each other out rather quick. All right, there's our first ore miner there. Gotta wait really quickly for this to fill up one more time. Get this one set up, and then we need this. Should be good to go. Then I have all this space over here as well. If I want to add an extra plank production or something, I could. Same with bricks. I don't really want to, but if I ever needed to do something more with wood, I could do fine ID. Sweet, there it goes. That's now working. So also done. What I'll do is just, I can only set up one right now, but the rest will be, we actually have one working now. That's sweet. Colored correctly. It's actually kind of the right color already. We'll just do yellow. Nice bright yellow, because my eyes will have it easier locking onto that. And I know that's ore. Ore's kind of yellow. For this, it is just yellow. So we should see this thing slowly but surely filling up. And then we just got to get 50 more stone for each of these, which is going to take quite a while. But it'll be done eventually nonetheless. And that is ore production done. So next what we have to do, sand plant, which is going to convert stone to sand, which can be used for higher tier resources, aka glass. So for something like this, where it takes a certain like stone or something to actually be, I'm tempted to give it its own miniature one. I think I'll do sand here, and honestly I need to kind of do two of them and do a large one. Now that means I'll also need my next building to be done. But look at that, we have 65 planks just sitting around. That's no big deal. Also have another stone production we can use to kind of fill things in if so necessary. About 40, 20 have already been done. Then we just need 20 more. Actually use it. Nice, look at that, we already have 25 ore as well. Let's go ahead and get both of these all ored out. Guessed it, about 10 stone. Oh, there we go. There's our first issue right there. We're officially out of people. Fine, we'll build here in no time. We actually have ore to build stuff with now, which is good. So I don't think we ever actually have to use sand. What I'll do is put a small storage facility with like 25 behind it in case we need it, I guess. But I don't think we'll ever need it. I think we will need a ton of glass though, especially when we get into Skyscraper. First off, before we do anything else, we literally can't do anything until we housing. So let's do that right away. What I'm gonna do is 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 15, I think. About right. Go up and over. Go ahead and just delete. Houses are very good, but we are space. I'll replace them right now. Go ahead and delete these all. There are ugly farming. We have the same exact area. That looks about right. Let me go ahead and just read. 750. Oh, okay, we're off by a little bit. It's actually an easier way to tell. Measure up by the money. 700. Damn, we connected down. That looks better. Now, I could just mimic this same thing on both sides, which is definitely an idea, but I would like to get some bigger houses on the right. Let's see what we can unlock. Our next one we can get is the apartments, the medium American apartments, but they're going to cost concrete. Well, for now, let's just do a mimic, and this will just be our downtown area. Perfect. Then we'll go from there. But I gotta get these houses in first, which I don't actually know if this will be enough to replace all the ones we just destroyed. They're so compact, it might actually work. Nonetheless, these are also gonna be happy houses. They're gonna be paying us a lot more in taxes. There was a very similar game to this. I don't recall what it was called, but it was very glitchy. They had farming, I believe. I don't think that's this game. I don't think this game has farming. I remember like making fields and rolling stuff in them, but I don't remember if that was this game or not. It doesn't seem like it, but I could be mistaken. Look here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, there's just so much everything. We have so much storage built up. This is perfect. Let me just slowly but surely build these and be back. And all right, here's kind of where I am at the moment. So I went ahead and, like I said before, mimicked this side to this side, and then also went ahead and built this neighborhood over here. I gotta add some trees still. Everything else is pretty much done. Trees and lights. This section is done. I went ahead and unlocked some new parks and stuff. I like these houses, so I wanted to put them in here somewhere. And there we go. I'm going to mimic these same houses on this side. I had to move this stuff, and so this is a bit of a challenge. Just because I have to reset up all these, but that's all. There we go. That's already set up and it's working again. And yeah, I got to get this set up, and all these are working again. We ran out of spots, if you guys remember last time. Sorry, choked on my own spit. But everything else is seemingly working pretty good. I have all of my ore stuff working as well. So this is working pretty good. If you look here, we still have 240 unemployed citizens, and we're about to double that again. So hey, these guys are paying me 98 coins per tick. These guys are paying me 25. These ones aren't as much, but I do like the houses. Not really too worried about it. And we're going to duplicate it over here. And then our city's looking pretty nice. So yeah, I'm going to go back to the grindstone. Just want to give you guys a little update. And what I'm going to do after this is get my concrete production set up and ready to go. A couple minutes, I'll be back in no time. Okay, so look at this. It looks awesome. I like the mirror. That looks awesome. It's a great way for us to start now. And I also went ahead and just unlocked every industrial crap. So what do I need to do now, right? I need to get the construction yard eventually. But first, I think factory. Now, I'll put this. Also, to get the glass factory officially working,
Get this built, we're gonna need 40 ore, nothing, and 30 stone, nothing. All right, that's getting built, and we'll be able to see what we need. I think it's sand, ore, and stone, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, I have some glass finally getting stored up. Everything else, good other than planks, a lot for houses. Everything else looks great though. Most part. Also, I have an extra sand I'm not using, and we can use an extra one directly in times. If I need another rock pit, I'm just gonna put one because cement is going crazy bottleneck. Looks like we still have 30 extra unemployed citizens. A lot, but we'll take it. And yep, we need ore, sand, and stone right here. Ready to export to you. Actually, it is okay. We're gonna need 2 more stone mines. Possible that a small one can be powered up for the biggie. So we are going to need ore, sand. Go ahead and get both these stone directly, or directly. Then I guess I can go ahead and just start this. This one, in fact, this one. I don't know what necessarily I need to color it, but I guess we'll do stone, or also I can go ahead and make us another little spin if I need some more space for that. Nice. Bada bing, bada boom. Now they are full. Export to you. Then when you are full, export to the store. So that's awesome. That's all set up. We just need more houses now. Fix for us. I would say let's start building some apartments, but we meant to do so. So let me try to burn something. Just make a little row. All right, let's get these built. All those are built. Good. See, there we go. We got ore already in there. This thing to work, so we can working and workers. So one house. All right, I think everything should be working over there. Oh, still not working. Okay, workers must have gone to this factory. Now everything will actually work. You just need sweet. So we are officially now making cement and lock in just to go. Just throw some in now. Hopefully, just throw that in there so we have some actually being created. Boom. Or sorry, now it's concrete. Boom. Awesome. That's going to be definitely a bottleneck. We'll need to upgrade this to a large pit up this road. Remember where I put now cement is literally best we can have it right now. So we don't have to add multiple machines. One, which I'm and for cement, that's perfect. We have one little spot extra here, but I'm not going to use it. Also don't know what this little dot is on my. Now I am going to start the building plans on the next section of the city, which I'm pretty excited to do because not only is it going to add a lot more, also just going to add a lot more money. Right now, we're already making pretty good money off our from our. We can make even more with this section. Bada bing, bada boom. Medium American apartments. We're gonna go ahead and unlock them now. Get this finished building work. So now let's see. I'm just gonna road these in, lock them in. Not really a reason. Or but I have to. How large apartments actually? Oh, they're like the same size. You can hold a. Oh my. Put some feathers on me and call me a chicken. Got that perfectly. That's gonna be insane. We're gonna double them up. Do the exact same setup as this basically, but with the big apartments. And that's gonna be a lot of money. Gonna be a lot of people in our city. Now we're gonna need some more water, some more electricity. I did just increase them. We'll need more though. Yeah, for sure. But that's no biggie. We'll get that done in no time. Probably honestly we need to upgrade to the water treatment stuff. But let's see. How much concrete we have. We have actually it's just now working. So let that go for a while. I'll get this whole thing planned out and I'm gonna AFK for a little bit. Back when I have all this built. See you guys in a couple hours. All right. So finally it got it done. It's been quite a long time since we've been here last, but we got it done. And I think it looks pretty nice. I added the lights, but it was during this night cycle, so they don't turn on. It's kind of a weird glitch. But also, just went ahead and added some forests in here. I like it when the big cities have forests and stuff in them. Got some like scattered trees and a rock. No, never know if someone wants to be on a rock, so we're going to take that and run with it. Also, because I had to use so much concrete, I kind of went overkill and made this much production for all the concrete. So I have a bunch of concrete now, just kind of stacking up. These are all fully set up and are going by themselves. Also have a bunch more offices over here that we'll use across the map. But it's been pretty uneventful. A lot of just sitting and waiting for the most part. We're at 3.2 million coins, aka we're rich. You can see we make 7,000 per income tick. Pretty splendid. Now I don't know what to do next. And I think what I need to do is improve on these. My electricity and my water are honestly pretty awful. But I think buy this for 75k. It's pretty expensive, but we have to get these done. Not much else we can do. So if I go here, I'm gonna get the water pump station and solar panels. We're gonna need to get these as well. We're gonna need steel for this, and I don't feel like doing steel right now, just to be completely honest. So we're gonna get these first, and then we'll see everything else. So water pump stations are going to produce 5,000 liters, where one of these 1K. So for every one of these, it's 5 water towers. That's not too bad. Not to mention the fact that it's only 5 grand. You can definitely live with that. And we just need a little bit of ore, and we just need a little bit of stone, and that should all be working fine. So we're just gonna pile these things in here. Do I care how it looks? Not really. This is water production. Okay, it's supposed to be boring. Let's get these all built. The solar panels can produce 250. It's a little bit better. Not much better, to be honest, but we'll take it. We're gonna need all these to be built. It's gonna be kind of annoying, honestly, but 9 ore for each, 8 stone per each. Matter of fact, screw this. Ain't no reason to build them so far away. This is our ugly stuff over here anyways. I'm gonna buy this for 75k, and we're gonna get over it. Should be good in terms of that production stuff for now, so I feel pretty confident allowing us to just expand over here. And we'll need a lot of ore and a lot of stone. Let's go ahead and just load the both up into here right now. 100 and 100. But they actually don't use that much, so it'll be able to build these quite quick. And we're also not too far from it, so we'll actually be able to actually build it quite quick. And then for these, a little bit of stone, a little bit of glass. I hate that it doesn't give you a marking. You can't just spam them. Glass in here as well. But we should see our total water production start to skyrocket as these are being created. 25k right now. Not 30. That's 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75,000 hour. So I think it's going to be just fine. And obviously, a crap ton. I don't even know if these are going to be straight. I'm just getting them down. At this point, I don't even care. Oh, that'll have to be good for now. I don't know how this is going to look, but hopefully it doesn't look completely awful. We'll let those all build up, and we should go. Awesome. That's going to be a massive assistant to our current setup. I'm going to go ahead and just delete these. Not only are they actually hideous, they're not very good. And we have better ways. Everyone's going to freak out a little bit. Oh, we don't have any power. I can't drink water. We're going to be just fine as long as we can get done. Oh, this power doesn't. A second. All we have to do is basically jumpstart the world again. Jumpstart it by getting this thing running up again, and then it'll build the rest. That one thing really powering all that? That one solar panel, 2 solar panels now is powering all that junk. That's crazy. Things actually up and running again. This is great. Bunch of glass in there. We'll need some more stone. That shouldn't be much more work there. Long run, that's gonna be pretty important. All right, just a couple of solar panels later, and we are officially caught back up, and actually I think even ahead of where we were before. We get the last one started. I'll check. Kilowatts an hour. That's a little bit above what we actually need. That's fine. Get rid of all those ratchet looking ones here, so I'm a happy camper. So now I think the next best thing that we can do is just keep on leveling up our DP. We have 1.8 thousand. Okay, I want to start getting some city buses, honestly. Bus stop. We're gonna get our bus depot, and I'm really tempted to get the rail yard. I want to unlock this stuff. It looks fun to do. That's exactly what we're gonna do. This, but that's okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the oh, this is the airport. Okay, so let's passenger airport. We got the dirt runaway, which is crazy, but runaway will help with that. Only other thing I can think about needing possibly side of this section is this right here, the cargo train. We actually can go ahead and make it. We're gonna go ahead and buy it. Also the cargo warehouse, cargo airport. But that yet? Let's grab the cargo train station. Experiment a little bit on what exactly it does. This is a perfect spot right here, actually. How's that? So let's try this out. This is technically industrial spot. I'll place it right about here. Build it. We're going to need 15 stone, which we're going to need 20 concrete, which we also have, and then 40 wood, which we 100%. Sweet. So now that we have this working, we can put stuff in, going to another destination with a similar cargo storage spot. Supposedly, we're able to do it a lot faster. What I'm going to do is take one of these railroads. I'm not really a big railroad guy, okay, to be honest. I don't really know what I'm trying to do here. We're going to buy all these plots of land. Basically, what I want to have happen here is I want to have another construction spot over here. Another one of these construction facilities. I want to have it on that side of the map. I want to be able to run the train over here with all our stuff that we can load on from this side over to there. Try to do that. I'm going to take this, and this can run on top of the roads like this, and I think it'll work fine. It just has to type of road. There it goes. Road and doesn't. So we can actually do that. But we're gonna toggle on the curved road rate, and then have to leave it open on that side. I just left that down. Then something like this. perfectly. But it's just one railroad, so I don't know if they can go back and forth. But definitely test it out. Now I think once I grab this cargo train state, place it down like so. Probably first need to actually connect these. That. And now, let's see, I need to build this. And I need sand. Does it automatically use a train now? Oh, you know what? Okay, I messed it up. So let's say I need concrete, right? If I load concrete and then I request it, I think then it'll work. Oh my gosh, look. Yes, sir. Have a train. Cargo train. Pretty sweet. So that guy will go and deliver all the necessary materials to here. So let's say I need wood and stone. By the way, I think it did only use back. If I need wood and stone, like that. Wood, stone. One thing I wish I could do is set a certain amount to. Having to do all of it at once is so counterintuitive. Makes it take. By the way, got all that there. I could have done it all at once. That's okay. The learning curve. Pun intended. There we go. We're placing another delivery, and the train will head out. Now, what I can do. Let's say I need to move stuff from this facility out of the map. I just go by train, and bada bing, bada boom, it's good to go. Now, I think I can also make a passenger. How do I do that? Figure it out. The bus depot. Okay, I think it's just the train station. Grab this. I think public services. Okay. Now, our rail yard is going to be really important. Because I think it's going to allow us to put our train on and off from multiple different locations. Let's go ahead and just put one of those down there. And I'm going to go ahead and put a train yard in here. You can kind of see the range that one of these can actually cover. I would look at it against this road, actually. Put one on this side, one on this side. That's basically our entire city covered. Now, it's already automatically building it. How did it automatically build that? Oh, it's in the building range of this, I guess. Okay, cool. So, those are train platforms to actually start off like our. Let's just place it like here. So what we place down is exactly like the train station, just without station built. It's actually fine. We'll just do this. Back to roads. All somehow. They're really simple though. Kind of like a road. That worked that time. Couldn't. That worked. Okay. I don't know how that works. But you couldn't just do this. Couldn't just put like a curve. You have to like match the way of the railroad. But I guess it would work by itself. Let's just try this. We're gonna try to do this non-railroader. Then I'm guessing right or something. Manages and creates rail lines. Let's have to use this thing. Okay. So we can edit a route, add stops. Say train station. Go ahead and just get a light rail train. Edit the route. Go ahead and I feel like we need the one with the building. This rail yard. This needs to be actually of whatever we're making. Let's put that there. Now from here, a little bit of road. Railroad, I guess. Then train station. Here we can go. That train station carries on. Or if I do this, right? Then they can cross over to each one. It's kind of like an actual railroad. Then our train can go. Now let's just straight line right there. Practice railroad. Go finish. Go up. Okay, right there. Okay. Sand, stone, and ore. You know what I realized? I probably didn't build them before. If I export from here to train does not. That works on building. Let's just have this follow the possibly can. Yeah. Okay, that now. Then this should be working. Get the sandstone and ore. Okay, that's also now being constructed. Same with this. Stone done. That could be able to set up these trains. I don't know how this works, but the public transportation be quite a lot of money, so we're gonna run with it. Let's purchase another train. Let's just do a light train. Now the upkeep is 200. Is good to keep in mind. Edit route, we're gonna go stop 1, stop 2, stop 3. How do I exit it? Oh great. This buggy game's gonna be stop 1, stop 2, edit and okay, now it's working. Okay, cool. So there we go. Look at there. It's working. How is it gonna handle this turn? Oh, it's just simply gonna take it. I like that. So I think we should be able to see how popular it is. Got 1 active train, 100 out of 100 workers, 2 stops, 100 per tick. Upkeep. Let's see once it finishes how much of a fare it's collected. Hopefully quite a lot. Fare is still 0. Very interesting. All right, let's see. So that doesn't seem collected fare is 0, but the hitting this button it's still broken. All right, that sucks. What I try to do is make completed loop. If that helps anything. Honestly, for now, let's just say. But I don't even have that big of a city anyway. I'd rather do the passenger airport. That sounds like more fun to me. So what I'm gonna do is that every time a plane departs or arrives into your city, you receive concrete. What am I saying? You receive a coin or DP reward. Cool. Well, to get this going, we're gonna need steel. It's unfortunate, but we're gonna need it. Take a look at this. What we're gonna need. I think we need coal power. I think it's a whole thing. Steel mill. So it converts ore and coal into steel, which is commonly used in skyscrapers. Yeah, we already have it unlocked. Luckily, we're gonna need a coal mine. This birch wood and ore into coal. Yeah. Coal prep plants. Then of course we'll need. Is there gonna be 3K a piece? Not very much. They're just a lot of wood. So let's just that. No longer gonna be skimping. If I need something going all the way out, so we're large tree farms here. So luckily we already have one extra ore thingamajig. So I really could just get one of those already. I still like to have one that's always going into our things, but yeah, we'll just instead of going to this, then I'll just get another one, place it. Yeah, done. There we go. Export the other one when it is full. Then we'll just need ore. So this creates our coal. Then we'll need another ore to nice. And now we just need to get one of these. Those are both done. Then coal plant. I want to have one of them be able to go to storage. I don't think so. Or in coal into steel, which is kind of bad. Let's just do one in here. And I am tempted to just get one coal storage. That's gonna be our coal storage. Make it as dark as humanly possible. And this thing here is officially working. Or into this bad boy. Oh, somewhere laying around here. Now, say the left one will export there. With the next manager, say that you export you. Cool. And then all we gotta do is say the same thing for steel. Make us a spot. This thing's gonna need coal and ore. All right. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff all sorted out. Actually, oddly enough, running out of space here. Now we're gonna export this one, the one behind it. That's a lot of stuff that I'm hoping will all run. Okay, so this one's good. So yeah, all I need now is another ore. So let's get some big one. Yeah, let's get some. Where can I put this at? Here, boom. So that's a whole lot of crap we gotta get through, but luckily I think that should be pretty good. This one here will export there when they're full. So now we have a full system going for steel, which is good. While that is starting to work, hopefully it should be pretty soon. Why this coal is taking soon, we'll be able to airport in no time. Hopefully, we can just stockpile. We actually need to stockpile steel like nothing. As of right now, I don't need it. I don't have these skyscrapers just yet, so I'm okay without it. That railroad was a fun little test, but I'm gonna go ahead and delete it for now, just until I actually. We'll keep that stuff there, but I'm not gonna connect to anything just yet. Let's get an airport in here right now. What I want to do for the airport, I want to have a little section built for it. I don't really know how to do that. Is just making a road. Make a road like this, and then I want a road to just kind of jot off. I don't expect this first. This have to be in a certain range. No. Okay, cool. So we can literally put this in here. But yeah, let's put it over here. All right, so we got this. I want to place the airport over here, I'm thinking. Something like this. And I don't know if I can put this. If I can't. Splendid. Oh, yeah. So this is gonna need quite a lot of stuff. We need glass, we need steel, we need brick, and we need. Luckily, I do have pretty much all that stuff ready to go. I might as well just do it once at a time because I got nothing to but burn time until my steel is actually producing, which hopefully should. Sort of still not been doing it myself. I'm just gonna go ahead and just like jumpstart this a little bit. I already have a ton of ore, so I'm just gonna dump it all in there, and then. Also, we already have some coal built up as well. We'll put that in there as well, just to help this thing kind of get started. Right now, it's doing absolutely nothing. And it's a 2-to-1 ratio, which is never good. So we got to get this going. But yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and get this stuff built. It's going to take a little bit of time for me to get all the steel and stuff. So I'm going to try to get this airport built, decorated, and I'll be back in no time. In a minute.
All right, we're finally back. Sorry, it's been a couple of days. Had to go to time for Christmas, which, by the way, Merry Christmas to all my wonderful viewers out there. Hopefully, you guys got some pretty cool presents, and let's have another great year. But I have 8 million coins saved up, so let's go ahead and spend them. Now, it's been so long since I last made a little section that I honestly forget what I said I was going to do last. I think I had to get the lake and the airport done, so I did go ahead and get that finished. This is all done here, and you guys will occasionally planes taking off over there. We also have been AFKing for a while, so we should have a fully maxed supply of, pretty much every single material in the game. Awesome. All in all, the city looks pretty spectacular. Here's this section here. In case I didn't show it off before. May have, I just honestly forget. So now it's time to continue expanding our city. We have these sections here on both sides that I want to go ahead and start getting some larger buildings put in. I do not think I've unlocked them yet. Okay, looks like I haven't. Now, we can get the large American apartments, but they're 300 points, and they're kind of ugly. To be completely honest, I think I'm going to go something like this instead. The medium modern apartments, maybe. Maybe we do these, the medium Asian apartments. But let's just start unlocking this. The modern stuff is really cool. However, it costs a lot. And I also want to kind of put it in its own area, you know? Now, for these, we're actually going to need plastic, which is, I don't think the end of the world, but you guys can see 3 plastic for this building, 5 plastic. So it shouldn't be like all that difficult, but yeah, it's gonna be annoying. There also is the Grand Estate for 500 DP. We'll definitely have to use that eventually, but right now I'm not too anxious about it. These medium suburban apartments is actually gonna be pretty awesome, so let's go ahead and unlock these as well. There are some really cool houses that I love. The large suburban houses are just awesome. But my goal is to get this one, that much for all. Maybe some of these as well. Let's just take a look at the sizing first. But I think, yeah, I like the look of these. But I think we can do some medium suburban apartments here. They're not going to be too giant. They're going to be kind of perfect. Now, I'm going to have a little bit of a hard time getting these to squeeze. Put them against this back road here. Get a couple in there, and these are going to be actually perfect for that. And then on this side, I could, and I will. Oh, maybe not. Okay, no, I can't do it this. But I'll have a little bit of a space there as well. Fine. I just need to kind of get more buildings in here. I'll fill up these spaces, but, you know, I was looking at the map, and, I mean, we're, like, kind of filling up this middle part pretty quickly. So we'll have to definitely keep that in mind. We need to expand very soon. So we'll do the medium apartments there, and then maybe we do them again. Let's do them again here. I want to kind of let the city sort of scale, if you know. Now, we'll have to look about parks and stuff, but I think good. The range is usually pretty good in the school stuff, so we'll have to about that. We could do like a middle school and a high school here. Matter of fact, I think that's exactly what we're gonna go ahead and do. There is active delivery shipped out, so something is being built on these houses, which is fine with me. Bricks. But let's take a look here. So this is good. This is gonna be a lot of nice buildings to get in the city here. We definitely do need them, so that's me. Come to here, elementary school, middle school, and high school. Go ahead and unlock both of these. I don't know exactly. I think it's just more education for the city, which is always good. And let's go here. Sizes on these might actually just be perfect. The middle school on this side. Come over here and do the high school on this side, but the high school is a little bit larger, but that's fine. We can fill this gap in with something else. This is gonna take quite a few materials. Let me go ahead. Or I forget, let's just export 100 concrete to here. Our concrete needs to start working, listen some more. So probably already have about 30 more concrete just already stacked up and everything to go. But yeah, let's get stone here. Also go ahead and get stones in here and bricks in here. This will start to build some buildings, and I'm also going to like paint buildings here different colors to make them look a little bit different. I do like this color scheme for the starting area, but I don't know if all these should be the same color. I'm thinking we'll do like little pods. So like, for example, these buildings here on all these stuff could be one pod. The one I'm standing on could be a pod here, and etc. It's just gonna add some variation to our city, which we desperately need. But so far so good. We do have buildings finally being built over there. Let me just come back into my development, because it's kind of the time I gotta like start unlocking a bunch of crap. And let's just get the fire HQ. I think this is only actually no. This is the one that you just need one of. And it should, yeah, you can see it provides coverage to the entire city, which is kind of splendid. I'm just gonna take this road up a little bit longer. Match these side roads here. Not really sure where we want to X off at 300, but we'll do one more grid placement. We'll see if we can fit in these. Then on here, we're going to vary it a little bit. I don't really know how, but I'm thinking maybe we do something like this. We have 300, it's like so. You can kind of, I mean, not perfectly center, which I don't love. See, this is kind of a double center, which doesn't really work. So we'll think about that. But for now, we'll just say, yeah, let's come into here. Let's get our fire HQ quite nicely. But let's go ahead and outward on the right side here. Go ahead and mirror this with it here. Then the nice big hospital can go back here by the spine. Now that's good. That means our city no longer needs fires, no longer needs hospitals, no longer needs. That's pretty spectacular in my book. Looks like we are out of material. So this is gonna take quite a while to build, but you know what? We have no time right now. I'm just chilling anyway, so We'll get these in here. I'm no longer bottlenecked by money, which is always a good thing. So we'll definitely take that as at our advantage. And okay, so those are now done. Those are just the medium apartments, right? So let's start thinking about the large urban apartments. They're about the same height, just height-wise. I could also fit these in here perfectly as well, which is kind of perfect. Let's just do that. Let's get these in here. Let's go 1, 2, and 3. Then 1, 2. Okay. We'll do another little grid placement here. I think it'll work good. And let me look at the jobs, because I'm imagining we have just way too many jobs right now. Not enough workers. Yeah, we have about 1,600 unemployed citizens. That's before all these brand new buildings are built. So, yeah, I mean, I'm a little nervous to leave. I think it's only fair to go in here. To buy this land for $75,000. It's pretty pricey, but definitely a necessity. There goes a plane. Watch the towers. All right, go to PTSD. Excuse me. So, let's see here. I want to just scale everything, because this system we have in place now is very good. I mean, I'm a fan of it. Don't get me mistakenly wrong, okay? But I just think that it could be improved, especially with a larger city that we want to be making eventually. It could definitely be improved. Go ahead and get this. It's going to cost 150, which is, I mean, a 150 well spent, okay? Kind of interesting. Cargo airport allows you to import. Want to try that out? Maybe so. Maybe so. Basically, what I want to do is utilize this railroad system to basically take what we already have, keep it running, and just combine it with what we have over here. That was $1 million for that. So keep that in mind, okay? I told you guys we had no issue for money, but we just spent a lot of money, about 7 mil. So that's not great, but our residential income is kind of crazy right now. This is really good, and it's going to keep going up and up and up. So, you know what? I ain't too worried about it. I ain't too worried about it at all. We need some planks. Go ahead and export these to here just to get that moving out. You get everything kind of connected up there, but I'm not really too worried about it. Let's go ahead and just, let's just get these things back up and running here. Definitely gonna need some more space here. I can tell you that already. Just start with large stone mines. Trying to get this as far out as I possibly can. I just want to be super, super efficient with my placements. I mean, I guess I don't know where. Okay, the out of bounds is like, cool. We'll just stick with that. So, like, I'm telling you guys, I want to be just way overkill, okay? Matter of fact, let's do it. That's going to be for them. Right next to that, we're going to do for farms, the large ones. Luckily, we have just a crazy amount of wood, and we're going to have even more over here, so this is going to be great. And also, oh, by the way, look at that. Our, okay, power. Okay. We also probably could look into coal power, which is probably very smart to have. If I look over here, right? Okay, we're gonna need a lot more quarries. You can see we already have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we had 6 big ones. No, 8 big ones and 3 small ones. So we want to at least have that. We're gonna need a lot more. Man, that's gonna be a lot. RIP to the power. It is not gonna want to be my friend after this. Let's see what is my power system. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we also need to improve on this. Let me look at my development. Okay. Coal power plant generates electricity. Yeah, I mean, it makes 15 watts power. Coal, stone, and see how hard these are to make. All right, stone, brick, and coal. Directly go. You know, these large warehouses, I think, can hold. I think it's 1,000? 500. Okay, so 500 users. Basically, it's worth 5. Ow. 5 of these is equal to 1 of these. That's really good. And also can do deliveries at once, which is a little bit faster. Very helpful. So that's very nice. That going rocky. We just need 5 bricks. And this for us, we get 10 bricks right there. So I'm hoping this won't be too difficult to build. But we don't have any extra wood or anything until we produce some more power. So we can build decently quick. Let me just see here. I think it input of coal. If this doesn't need an input of coal, it is going to be the most broken power system in the game. I'll never worry again. Let's see. Okay. That's the most broken thing in the entire game. You just need coal to build it. Wow. And the downside is, what? What exactly? All right. One thing I want to do right away is going to be, let's get a railroad set up all the way out here. Just to make this whole process of transporting materials that much easier. So go ahead and get this curve mode. I don't really like that much, to be honest. I'm just going to do great. I mean, listen, does it look a little bit more ugly? I guess you could argue yes, but do I give a single crap? Nah. No, sir. No, sir, not at all. Because this is going to be ridiculously fast
About to try to do. Don't. All right. Now, if I need this to be built, okay. See, I wish it would auto do it. We need stone, wood, and concrete. Concrete in here. Let's get some stone in here. Let's get some concrete in here. Need sand. Then all we have to do is simply export it to here. Here comes the train. Yeah, that's so much faster. Wow, it's really fast. Then what I want to do is build the warehouses next to this thing. And then what I could do, just to like have reason to build more buildings in here, I could have my offices in the city, because the difference or the distance between the office and the building over here doesn't matter as far as I'm concerned. So that should work fine. And our train station is officially up, so that's splendid. All right, so this is going to be 4 of each, but ladies and gentlemen, I still do not think that's enough. Like, I'm not kidding. This is gonna be insane. So let me actually delete these. I want 8 of each. Now keep in mind, we will keep our old production up and running, at least for now. I'm not really too concerned about it. Is it super efficient to have it running when I have this going? Probably not, but I don't care. I think it's gonna be just fine, and I'm not really too worried about it. And all we're doing is giving out more jobs to the people of Moocahville, so this is fine. But we need a little delivery of wood. That's no problem. Matter of fact, just run all these materials down here, then we'll have a bunch of materials to build from just based off this thing. I do want to have another one of the construction sites right next to this, just because it's so nice to have an auto building. But I think it's going to be fence, planks, glass, wood, stone, fine. This will also be used to help construct the back side of the city here. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it right now. Go ahead and get some wood running in here. Oh, yeah, it's going to take 3 seconds to get delivered. 4 seconds to get delivered to there. We just need one of these to be working on that. Yes, sir, we do. All right, so there's that. Go ahead and say fine. We have 2 stone pits now. I did not even get the wood. Hit me with a sock and call me a rabbit. All right, that's fine. We'll at least have stone going. Also, another thing is, like, most of these things here aren't actually being used their full potential. So I'm wondering, is it better to have, let's just do this. Like, I have a warehouse. That'd be just for stone. I attach 1, maybe 2, that 1. Then I have another warehouse of stone, which is going to be used, like, to be grabbed from. And that will be used to supply to all the other things that need stone. And then if I want more stone, I just add more mines and attach them to that. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if that might actually be a hidden strat. Also, I have to remember every couple seconds to come back over here and refill our construction facility. We're going to keep this moving over here. We do have 100 units of steel, which is not going to last us very long whatsoever. But we got to get it out there, so that's fine. It's okay. We're going to make some more production in no time. I will probably need to get some more land. Fortunate, we'll need to make some more money as well. But this is good. This is giving me a lot of stuff that I need to keep in mind. I mean, I did expand this over here as well while we were grinding off screen last time. So I honestly might just use this section right here for my like money making method. I need to fill it up anyways, so that's fine. The airport looks great. By the way, I just really show it off. I made a little lake, put some trees, some rocks, stuff around it, and then a little gas station, a little Starbucks here at the airport. I gotta decorate it still, but I wasn't really worried about it. Just wanted to get it functioning, you know? And those little guys there do get their materials and their stuff from here. The factories here, and I also went ahead and put a gas station there. Just to make some more money. You know, it's nothing crazy, but, you know, it all does add up for sure. All right, there's those 2. We just need 2 more, and we will be on a very good track. And there those go. Now, if we look into our citizens, we are still sitting comfortably at 1,800 unemployed citizens. I was really thinking that we would be run out by now, but you know what? I will take it. Okay, I'm fine with that, 100%. So, power-wise, how we looking? Total production still over. That's fine with me. We can add these so easily. It's gonna be so overpowered. Now all I have to do is just select down these guys here. Shouldn't take all that long. So that's gonna be our base for production. Okay, we're gonna need quite a lot of those. Okay, it's gonna be very, very important. Now, I actually could just build these right off the railroad, which is kind of sick. And I think if let's test this. If I have this on the railroad, right? Okay, she just spawned a train in right there, I think. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. We can still use it, but I wish it would train faster. Just test it, right? So we need 6 wood. Okay, we get wood. We need 19. We're going to export to this building here. Then I'm going to export from here to here. Okay, yeah. Sadly enough, it doesn't use a...
Kind of unfortunate, not gonna lie. I guess it would have been faster to go to this than there, but fine. All right, there we go. So yeah, 500 units is gonna. But what I'm thinking, I'm just gonna double layer these. I actually fit. Oh please, give me 2 hands and call me a clock. That works perfectly. So that's gonna work splendidly. All we have to do now is kind of get everything set up. It's gonna be a bit of a tedious process. I'm not gonna lie. We did do a system with the big ones like I did over there on my last playthrough. So I'm familiar-ish. I know what I'm doing. But I got to set everything up, and I want the offices to be in the city. So that's gonna be quite a lot of running back and forth. So that's fun. Go ahead and get that last one built there. Let's just, let me also, we need better offices. Okay, like ASAP stat. Okay, let's see what we got here. Classic office is not bad, I guess. Let's just go like this. Yeah, I mean, it can do 6 clients at a processing speed of 4 seconds of nothing. Let's just power through all European office, large European. That's pretty much all of our DP. Like, that's a lot of our DP. I do need to get the American offices as well, but I'm not too concerned about it just yet. This one here, let's see what. So this one, 6 seconds, 5 clients, for 6 clients. Okay. That's definitely interesting. I don't know which one to build. A lot of bricks. Let's just build a couple of each. Only put them in this section here. I think for now works nice. You can fit them actually on these red corners here, which is a pretty do something like this. Total of 6 of those. Then Riley. All right. Can perfectly fit the rest of the offices. Oh, cover me in sugar and call me a donut. That's literally beautiful. Okay, that's literally beautiful. Okay, no, this one has a school. That's perfect. That's perfect though. For what we need this for, perfect. Cool. So that's gonna be all of our offices ready to go here in a little bit. It's gonna take a little bit of time to get those, you know, all whittled down. We're gonna just keep pumping our concrete into this building here, working on our glass, and hope for the best. If I can just get one in there, I can get started. Start on this. Like 15 glass thick. Let's just pump it in bricks as well, burning through these bad boys like it's nothing. But it's quite a lot of building, so you know what? It's you know, there also is the whole like selling supplies. If I go into here, we can auto sell these at 75 coins, which is like nothing. But if it's automatically selling 500, that's not bad, right? And we could also do maybe sells for something. I almost need like a table that would tell me what everything's. I think ore might sell for higher. So I don't think so, but we can maybe use the oil. I think the oil is a good idea. Oil which can be high rates. Sales 15, practically nothing. Going over here. Test this out. We got tons of space over here. Well, oil. Work with me. But once we get still, we'll get that going. But anyways, yeah, there's that system we could maybe supplies with oil. I don't even need to out of concrete. Okay, so this is going to be quite a long process. Okay, there's our first office finally done. So quite a lot of clients over here. What I'm going to do is basically just these here one full. Then rest of almost all of them. Okay, we'll fill up that one. What I want it to basically happen is this kind of stockpile. Good to see that about 6 seconds per. Oh, okay. But it's about 6 seconds per thing. And that's going to back up that stone so fast because as our power issue solved. So I think this might work fine. One thing we need to start doing now is getting our production built. But I think I don't have a ton of space over here. This is all going to be warehouses in here. We're going to need as much space as we can get. Let's see. Close to be done? I don't think. There you go. You can see this working now. And they're going to be pretty fast. You can see, look at that. It's already deliveries placed. 3 deliveries placed. Racking up nothing. I'd like to be able to start everything off with that. Perfect. These things work just so slowly. It's not even funny. Part of the reason why everything takes so long over there because the offices suck. Ain't much I can do. What I got to do is come into here. Glass, stone, and we gotta get this thing working. What I need to do right now next is buy this plot of land for $1 million. I gotta try to squeeze everything I can into this one spare. So let's start looking at the different. If stone, let's start working on brick production. Honestly, I'm tempted to say let's go for 2. Get 2. Look at this. We now can do deliveries out of these guys at once. So there you go. That's gonna be 2 built. We'll have a office over yonder. I will basically say these things can be working until our facility is full, which I think if we have 500, that should be fine. And honestly, for resources like these, instead of having 2 that's dedicated, 1 for use and 1 for distributing, we'll just have 2 for use.
So we'll have a 1,000 total storage for bricks. I think it'll work just fine. Let me focus on getting the city built here. And then we just need, it's absolutely insane how many bricks we're going to all this stuff here. So let's get these going here. That's actually going to be, yeah, I just put 75 bricks in there. It's already going to be sucked completely out. So that's great. Yeah, I kind of need my new brick setup to be cooking. So you know what? This give me a couple of minutes here. I want to get the rest of this city at least started. And then once I have some more offices, I can actually start working over here. I don't have enough workers on these buildings just yet. So it'll take me a little bit of time, but it shouldn't be too bad at all. So let me get this going here and I'll be right back. All right, so I figured it out, right? So basically, I've got it set up how I wanted to do it before, but you can only have one preset output from a building. So I tried to hook up one, worked, and then I tried to hook up another one, and obviously it works. So that idea seems good, but it's not going to work for now. What I'll do instead is just basically have, I guess, 2 storage facilities, which might take a little bit more work to set up, but that's all. So what I'm going to do is basically just have a large version we already have. So we will do something really simple with all these buildings here. Then we're just going to export all these back one first. That's fine. You can have an infinite amount of inputs. Can have a bit of a holy voice crack. If anyone's comments about that, I'm beating you up. Bit of a annoyance, but it's alright. We will. So, not that big of a deal. So we just export everything to this warehouse. That's gonna be full of 6, which actually, it won't actually end up being that many. I'm gonna go ahead and remove them as we need them. Matter of fact, let me just. I don't want to have to worry about them. Because okay, hear me out. This technique does not work, but we can still store it. Okay, that makes sense. Storage a lot of rocks. I'm basically a caveman. So it'll just be 2 of the mines filling up that void. Then here we'll export here. I'm just gonna do when client is full. There we go. Again, we don't really need all of these. If I go AFK for a little bit of time, we'll have 1,000 stone built up over probably with these 2 rates, so that's fine. And then we can just set up these individually. It's gonna be for bricks right here, concrete, we're ready to go. And I'm just gonna continue this whole setup all the way down. See you guys in a minute. Okay, it's currently 3:36 in the morning, but I've been getting crap done. So firstly, welcome to the new production center. We have a lot of stuff over here. But all the buildings you can see are finally working. We got the stone, we got brick, we got wood, we got planks, we got glass, we got ore, and then cement. Now, if they're not in the front, it's because they're still in the back filling up the first time, but that's okay. Now, I made this little rinky-dinky production center over here. I had this 1 square box. I'm trying to fit everything in here. But, man, it just wasn't working very good. So, I had to make another little production center. We just need a lot of cement. We are consistently running out. So, I made a ton. Also, they did get the majority of this stuff here built. But we are just running out of jobs pretty consistently. So, I think it's time to start working on some skyscrapers. Not plastic ones. I don't have to worry about those just yet. So, I think I'm going to go back and unlock some other ones. But I have so much DP that I really don't have anything to worry about. 3.9k to be exact. All right, so let's see. This can hold 500 residents. I guess it's fine. These are also able to hold 500 residents. 800, 500. Okay. So I don't know which is the best to do, to be honest, but some large American apartments in here. I want to build these as far away from the track there as possible. We all know what happened last time, so go ahead and start squeezing these in here. Buildings are super cool. They're nice and tall. They're not too over the top expensive, but they are pretty. They're also pretty. And I just had to delete them all, so I lost just tons of money. But hey, listen, we have a whole new production. I'm feeling quite confident in our ability to keep up. Then in the middle there, we'll just actually leave it open. Maybe we'll put one of these. We're gonna need a lot of stuff, so I'm just gonna slowly but surely get these building, but I really do not have a good steel production, and that looks like it's going to be our next giant bottleneck. So, yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I can just export like 500 bricks at a time, tip them down using our new railroad system, and bing bada boom, we're rich. Tons of bricks work. Also, we'll need some more glass, but like some of the stuff over here, like the stuff I haven't very often, I just have tons of it anyways. Use what's over here. This little facility, we're going to keep it running for now. Eventually, what I'm going to do is strip this all down, get rid of it, and put a giant steel mill here. Maybe like 2 or 3 sets for the steel, because this down here can carry on else we need. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. We need these things to get up and running, so working there. But after we build like 1 or 2 of these apartments, let's be at 200 jobs. So yeah, one of these and look at here, we have 165 concrete. Go ahead and ship these down to here. I'm gonna go ahead and pop these cement and go ahead and export the bricks to the building facility. Then I'll just export down to here and do the same. This train system is so nice. It's definitely a lot faster than it was before. I will definitely take. We just need a little bit of concrete. We actually can build 3 of these bad boys. Now, in terms of income, our income has gone down quite a bit. Mostly because we built so much more spoke. A lot of facilities, and those just, have expense. Fine. But we have to kind of get this going so we can build a giant city. Not have to wait just crazy amounts of time between individual building being built, because it actually sucks. Look at there, our first skyscraper is being built, and I'm just going to do the same look over here. I did divvy up the roads like this. I think it's going to work pretty cool. We're going to do them sideways on here instead of like just the way we've been doing them. And I think it's going to work pretty good. Now, I'm going to go back and recolor everything after I've got it all built. But I'm just not too worried about coloring it just yet. But yeah, a lot of awesome buildings are being built. We're going to mirror this here. A total of 12 skyscrapers in each of the squares. And then we're going to keep changing it up as we forward. Now, I'm pretty sure whenever I played this last, there were like other larger buildings. Now, it might just be the large modern offices. Here we go. Okay. They're technically, okay, they're actually like stores. So I need to start working towards this bank. Not too bad to build. It sells goods at a marked up value 100x. So yeah, that's pretty important. That'll definitely have to be in the city. How are like here fit nicely. But there we go. Our first skyscraper is officially here. It'll also be a nice little boost for our income. Something. And more concrete. But for now, that will be just fine. Now we can officially get this going again. So basically, let me just show you my current setup. By the way, we're kind of getting close to running out of offices, but I'm just designating one of mine's stand. So then whatever the one is in front of it will be the stone designated for the actual factory. Now, these ones aren't hooked up yet, delivered to the cement factory. Let me go ahead and do those first before I forget. That's the most important part, arguably. That one, that one, that one. We just have to absolutely stockpile this crap. We're actually out of space. Concrete. Some of these guys will have. But I'm just kind of in a race. I need more jobs, and then I need more construction for the more buildings. Just balancing more jobs and more living space, which bad problem to have. Here we go, 15 of that. That's also a big office. So I did have a construction plant over here, but I just did base for roads and stuff. It was helpful, helping a lot, but most of the stuff I can build from this guy here. But I'll just say that that guy is kind of in a bad spot. I need to this next. After I finish out this next little quadrant, I'm not going to expand any further. I'm just going to work on getting this right here set up with my businesses. Which is like the factory selling point. Because, yeah, I definitely need a little bit of a income boost. Kind of hit. All right, so there's some more spots now. Go ahead and all of locked in. Hardstone one will go here. One will go here. Oh, here. Now, everything is working. Now, the only thing else I have to do, get the ore locked in, ready to go. That one is okay, nice. Then this one should also get some more. There we go. So now let's go ahead and build the ore mine. Let's go ahead or 6 of them because I want to have 2 per building. I don't want to have any bottlenecks over here. The bottleneck at the moment is probably going to be sand because it does take like a 1-to-1, but it just takes that time for the sand to actually process the stone. So I'm almost tempted to like go just crazy and make a whole bunch of sand production, but I'm not going to work. Now, I think this will work just fine for the time being. All right, there's a lot of ores, but that's good. We're going to use pretty much all of those. One more spot on here. One. Then we got our new building built, so this is perfect. Building is going to get 2 ore mines, which I think should be fine. I don't think it should be too much of an issue. Honestly, I wouldn't even care if it wasn't enough. These are really easy to build. They're just straightforward. There we go. Everything should be working. Job-wise, we are probably pretty close. Running 150 jobs. That's bad. And then now that we have that was our biggest production over here. Literally all this stuff is basically that. Now for a converter, we'll need coal things, and that's gonna go coal and oil. That's gonna be kind of complicated to make, but if I delete all this stuff, I have have a ton of space to. I'm not too worried about it. As a matter of fact, let me just double check everything. We'll lose our steel production for the time being, but I'm okay with that. Fine. We have wood over there. We have planks over there. We have stone over there. We have bricks over there. We have ore over there. We have glass over there, and we have cement. Everything is here, and then full and fine. So yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of all this stuff. It's been a really good facility. Shout out to the boys working over here. But this will give us a ton of jobs back and space. All right. That's all gone. Honestly, it looks pretty sad. And also, it's kind of cool. Not cool anymore, but you can see where all the traffic's going. Right, the only jobs in this city are like maybe the firefighter spots, but most of them are right here. All the traffic that's just piling into these offices. That's kind of cool to see. But I need to, just get this kind of planned out. Now, I don't really remember exactly what I need to do. Full prep, a lot of wood, and a lot of ore. I'm going to make multiple of these. We're gonna need quite a few here. Getting everything built. First things first, on my realist, a whole lot of wood. Now we do have about 3,000 jobs. So I'm hoping that, this is gonna take up a lot of jobs, but I don't think it'll be that many jobs. The only thing about this, I can actually spare the farms are to kind of like, we have probably 1,000, no problem whatsoever. Now this might be a little bit overkill to be completely honest with the wood, but man, I'm just so tired of having to wait. So tired of it. We have a good now, actually a really good bottleneck, but honestly, that's just because they're not getting delivered. I don't know why they're not getting delivered. There it goes. Finally, this better not be filling. I think that the game cannot recognize it until the stone is also very unfortunate. That's how it works. Anything. I don't know what else this is working on. Offices. Okay. Something's definitely messed up here because my sand is still not full. Go back through here. By the way, if you ever want to like find out quickly. Oh, see. Okay, I think I'm just an idiot and I didn't sync. Okay, I'm just an idiot and didn't sync them up. Cool. If it's on me, if I did that, then there's no issues. Yeah, I'm a little bit. Oh, need some. Okay, we can we'll get this one building built and then here. Then I can get. I was so. Okay, I thought I was tripping, but I wasn't tripping. I was already tripping. I had tripped in the past. I had tripped. Don't quote that. Come on, that noise, just a little DP opening. Man, does it feel good to be up at 4 a.m. playing Roblox. There's no Dr. Pepper, eating hot fries. This far in the video, people are usually sleeping, so I want to do a little test. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up! Sorry if anyone woke up. Just doing a little test to see if you were sleeping. Have a nice rest of your night. Sorry about that. Anyways, back to the old game here. So, let's go ahead and get this synced up because it can be very important for us to finally have this running. Like, yeah, my bad, guys. I knew something was up. So now these are also on a whole separate building as well, so this should be able to keep up. Usually, it only takes like 5 seconds per like little quest or whatever, so it's not long anyways, but now it's even faster. So all of our wood farms are built. Now we just need to match it with ore. Basically, I want to have a 1-to-1 ratio for tree farm, one of these prep plants, and I'm actually gonna do 2. Yeah, we'll do 4 mines per tree farm. I don't really care too much about the place. I'm trying to get them as good as I can get. All right, cool. So that's gonna be quite a lot of stone, but boys got tons of stone, so that's not a big deal. Well, it's all built, and then we'll get our next thing going. That's our coal done. Now let me see. Steel mill. We need. Okay, ore and stone. So we just need a lot more ore. I don't know how fast this, but I think possibly do. But I think it'd be smarter to do it. We're gonna need ore and coal, which I'll have to look when we get. But if we need to add more of these, this is a really simple setup. So it's not gonna be like the end of the. I'll also probably move this railroad close, have more space with it if I decide to. Not necessarily 100% why I wouldn't try it. I'm gonna go ahead and I don't know why I'm not doing this already. Load 500 rocks onto the train here. Carry this down south. We have a lot of concrete. That in a second. Now let's go ahead. That only takes 4 seconds instead of the previous 30 seconds. But it definitely is the downside of being far away from everything. Is you just lose a lot of the efficiency. Also, devs, if you're watching this game, in my mind, this thing should have at least 2 deliveries at a time. If it only has 1 delivery, like Expo, I feel like it's not worth getting necessarily. And also, I would tell you to make it the time traveling between trains even faster. I feel like it's still a little bit slow. I think it's that it's supposed to be half as fast or like double the speed of a normal, which is nice, but to me 3x would probably feel even better. But I'm not a game dev. I'm just an idiot who plays. So up to you guys. But if you're watching, maybe get a note and statue of me in my honor. All right, cool. So there goes that stuff. Let's go ahead and export this stuff back. Already stone in here. There is. Okay, well, we'll just... That's not going to work. But let's just... Oh heavens, no. Kind of work. Okay, let us sell these rocks. So we can sell 63 units for 189 coins, which is... I mean, that's absolutely nothing. Okay, that's like nothing. That's actually dirt. But I appreciate them trying. I'll just export the last couple straight from... Cool. There we go. -1. This thing's ready to go. So now we need a converter. This also gonna be a lot more offices. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of a challenge. I'm not too worried about it just yet. We're gonna go. Depending on the speed of the ore miners, we could probably one of the ore miners for one of them could be actual steel mill. See, we need ore and wood. That's nothing. We already have both machine. Okay, these things work really slow. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say, oh, there is a production rate. Okay, cool. Production rate is 1 ore every 7 seconds. Wood rate is 1 wood every 3 seconds. Inside of here, ooh, this might be comp, everybody. So it makes 1 coal every 10 seconds. So if you think about it, 13-second translation wood here, minus the time. I'm not even counting the time it takes to be like transferred from the actual office. A little bit longer than that. It's actually more like 15, 16, 17. So that being said, that's about perfect. It's about 14 seconds for about, yeah, that's about right. So that's about right. So it's a 2-to-1 ratio is just about right for these. Perfect. We'll definitely take that. And then the steel mill. Place one of these bad boys down. Costs a lot of like just ore and stone. That is no big deal. Pickle. Rob these guys that are hard working. Still have 1,600 jobs, so this is fine. 5 seconds, very long, but I actually could probably, in my mind, the optimal way to do this is to use 4 to 1, like one. Okay, I can't count, but all of these little section here, both tree farms, 4 of these, 2 of these, for 1 of these, gonna be our gold spot, plus 2 more ores, 1 every 10 seconds, 1 every 7 seconds. So yeah, we'll need coal. We'll be a little bit behind, but that's, you know what, I'm gonna do something kind of cool. This makes 1 steel every 12.5 seconds. This is definitely, yeah, it's a long little order. It takes a long time to get some stuff going. Let's get the rest of these plants out. We'll have a total of 3 of these guys. I think it's fine. I don't think we need much more. This will be able to stockpile quite nicely. That's all it needs to be. Let me try something really cool here. I feel like I haven't been really like optimally. Oh, I'm really tempted to like worth it on a train. Because this, right? It's gonna be all the way to the other side of the map. So yeah, it makes sense. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a cargo train. All right, let me. Yeah, I take a railroad, going it down to here. I want the other side. By the way, I have to build. I want the other side here. Then I want the railroad on off of this come to here. So I'm gonna build this, but I think it'll look really, really cool once we get glass. I like having these build 2 stones, wood. Then honestly, concrete, which is super easy. Have 280 already built up. That's here. Now what I go ahead and actually build. I want to have an automatically load the onto this railroad run all the way back to here, then jumps into there. I think it's gonna be kind of fun. It's gonna give us an automated train system. It will technically be faster, I think, because usually you have to actually wait for after the office does the job. So instead of waiting however long, it's gonna be 30 seconds. Have the train go down, which will it'll work. I don't know. I'm just guessing here, but I feel like this is gonna be really fun. This whole system is going to be a bit of a punk to set up. We have 2 more buildings, however, we can up here to export concrete here first, work on those 2 last buildings. Hopefully I'm getting close to the point where I can be done with this whole production side of thing. I know some people just city, so I promise I'm getting back on that as soon as possible. All right, so we have a couple spots. We have 3 spots on this. Get both of the prepping up, and that's gonna be awesome. Man, it's gonna be 4 tasks. There's a total of 7 tasks per, which is bad. We don't have enough offices for that. That's okay. Alright, that's not counting the trees, by the way. Bad boy. But now we need more ore. Probably 2 bits. Now, yep, these are official here. But because these can hold 50, I'm tempted to say this is fine. I'll watch it, but we could add some more ore. Miners, maybe not 2. Literally going to be faster production. Nice. So, done there. Now we can come back to, which is our last 2 couple. Last new building. Manage it. We'll say the steel. This cargo train station. Export this one. Okay, yes. When delivery is received, which I think means it'll deliver as often as possible. Then from this, We'll export again. That bad boy when delivery is received. Now we'll have to watch this work. Also, let's get for steel. Honestly, let's just do some crazy. Let's just because I need it to look different. I don't have a pink yet, so this I'm tired of looking. So, waiting on the one Caesar. Done. Matter of fact, let me just. I want to wait. Let's make sure everything works first. So far, everything is working into here. But you see, like how these have 25. This thing, I'm pretty sure won't take. It can't take the assets to be able to take 25. Once this runs out, then the request goes to office over down yonder, and then they send it. I think that's how this game. Kind of strange, but once you understand it, it makes. Oh, I think I might have missed a step because this have exactly enough. Ooh, now that should be getting ore. Some of the ones here are having to work on stuff. Also, here we go. That's done there. Good to see the ore. All right, the ore's in there. Cool. Now we're just waiting on these to hit their max, which actually with 2 of them, it will fill up to 50. Here we go. Our first steel is now being produced. This one will be ready until 50. But I think I can export the one. That should start the delivery process. Good. Yep, there it goes. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. Now, train will ship down yonder. Then this will automatically deposit here. We have one in there. Evans, tell me that's all right. That officially works. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me get the rest of this set up and working, which will require a lot more offices, a lot more buildings, stuff like that. But okay, for the time being, to be honest, I'm tired of building stuff. So, get a construction yard down here. Just let this auto build everything because screw waiting. Okay, so we're gonna get this kind of built up. I have to add some more things, probably on the side here. That should be enough to keep offices. I'm just somewhere. I'll be back. Have stuff built. All right, so I got this stuff all done. It looks pretty cool. Everything's officially synced up. You can see everything is officially producing. They're gonna take quite a while to active out, but if I ever do need some, I just pop them all into this thing. They all get gathered up into there, and I can use them wherever. But for the most part, this is what we're looking at. I got a bunch of office buildings. I wanted to use different type, so I'm using these ones. They're not as good. They're only taking lines at a time, but I don't really care. They're just all managing that stuff anyways. I have a bunch extra, if at all needed. So that's cool. But I'm ready to take a break from production. I've been doing that way too much, honestly. So I think it's finally time to start working on our commercial income. Our commercial income is trifling. First things first, we need a Walmart. And man, all this stuff that we need to build this stuff, it's like so easy to get. I'm taking a break from steel for a while. Now what I'm thinking about doing is this section over here, I do want to use. I don't think the Walmart makes over here. So instead, I'm going to put it somewhere just right there. I think a Walmart could do it over here. What I'll do, little road down here. And there's fine. See if I can fit this Walmart. Can. Nice. So we'll put it right there. Anytime I'm not like on an actual road, I'm a little street. I'm not going to use this way. I just like the way it's better. Luckily, we already have a lot of the materials done. We just bricks. Absolutely. Then I want to just see if we can make a little shopping district. There is a sleep-in motel. Hotels, which we need to put in the city for sure. The shops. What else do we have? Blue fit. We could definitely do a Starbucks. Maybe we do a small grocery store and maybe a small Asian shop. And we just are gonna basically fill these things. The issue is the Walmart is massive, not as. I honestly want to do something kind of cool. What if I can split this in half in 4s houses either side here? Because we get a lot of like big buildings, but I want some small ones. Or list. Okay, I can actually fit these doors in here quite nice like this. Block it off like so. I'm just gonna start smacking some large American. Yeah, let's do. Oh, it's just barely not gonna work. Well, on this side of the street, then let's do the large one. Cool. I think we can do them over here. This also kind of pays homage. Very first neighborhood we made, like 5 people per house, so it's like nothing. But you know what? I don't really care. Okay. Go. Cute little like shopping district. Now we're gonna use a lot of stuff here. A lot of stone, a lot of stuff. Getting here. We are like stockpiling a bunch of pine with, but we're just waiting on steel for us these buildings. I find. Yeah, that we are. So let me just start building these. I don't have any. Can't build those tall skyscrapers anymore. Oh, they're expensive. Like we're also gonna need quite a few. I have coal pops and also do that, and those things will slowly but surely build up. Over here, we're going to need to get some more factories. Because, by the way, the better factories you get, the more. I think we're large European factories. They're not terrible looking. I don't hate them that much. But we just need a bunch of them. Honest. They are pretty large, but I'm not really care to tack perfectly. But actually, we can do. Oh, wow. It's not going to. Crap. All right. They're finally done. Now, we got to just. Our mini offices over. Go. And you buy our bad boys over here. Now, one of these needs to go to Walmart for sure. I'm almost tempted to do both. Because I just want to that much money. Then we'll just put the other one in Starbucks. Then I made a bunch of smaller ones as well over here. That I will use. There we go. There's that. Rest. Okay, just after Walmart alone locking in, that's an extra $1,000, which has already made us $13,000. We'll do that. Now, admittedly, things are not gonna. But you know what? They add some flavor to our city, and they do make a little bit of money, so we're taking it. But we're really gonna make our cash. It's gonna be right here. I'm gonna go ahead and start unlocking the American stuff. I think it's the best looking. Might be a little bit biased because I am, but suck it. So let's go back to the commercial buildings. This is the last thing I do for tonight because it is late. Actually, that is an understatement. What I'm gonna do is just actually dig some perfectly fit 2 of the American shops. The shops in here. Sides. Yeah, we'll do 3 over here. Okay, even better. Then I'm gonna get the best possible factory I can get. Looks like, yeah, it'll be this. For now, yeah, that'll be $29. So I'll get these set up, and I'm gonna call it night for tonight, and I'll be back tomorrow with a new plan. Hopefully some more money. All right, so it's now the next day. I got some much needed sleep, and I went ahead and just built all of these. Nice little cozy neighborhood. Also got all the factories done for these buildings. So now we have this entire cityscape here filled in. Everything should be working. All in all, it worked pretty well. So today, it's time to continue to expand and continue to make some more money. So let's hop in here, and I really do. I want to make the Grand Estate today. It's gonna be about 500 deep. But yeah, I got to get the Utopia. So I want to do it today, but I don't think it's possible. We're gonna get a population of 100K with having server. Not that hard. We can. We're already at 25,000 people in the city, so definitely take that. All in all, everything is working pretty well, but it is still a bit of a waiting game. I tried, guys, to AFK last night, but I was so tired that I just instantly fell asleep and got kicked, so I tried. First things first, let's come back through here. Let's finish off the... I want to get them done with. That's all of our coins for now. We finish off that plot, and this one's almost done. One thing I also want to do is actually come into our industry buildings. We're gonna go to a, let's say, yeah, medium warehouse. We're gonna just park it, and what I want to have happen is to be able to export into here first, because exporting 500 units is usually overkill, but if I can do it 100 at a time, this building, I think it's a lot easier. Also, I mean, there's also a smidge closer. Maybe that's a good thing. For example, I want to just export my cement. Going to export it to this building. 100 instead of 170, and then we can throw out 100 and that building over there. Also, it'll take 2.5 seconds, so that's a big deal. Now you can see we can do 100 at a time for whatever material we want. Hopefully that makes sense. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are pretty desperately in need of money. So what I want to actually do is take this area behind the airport. I want to get some roads in here, and I want to say that this entire space here, holy, what a good square. There we go. This entire section is going to be designated to oil pump, because I want to see just how profitable oil can be. Call me Texas, okay? But I'm going to have as many oil pumps as physically possibly can. These are pretty expensive, 10 steel a piece. But you know what? What I want to do is make a ton of money, and then I can import materials using the airport. Now, it's something I've never used before, but I definitely want to try it. So, there's those. Now, oil tanks. Maybe we do this. We really only need about 2 of these things. Let's do 2 for now. Let's get enough for... pumps. Okay, so it's 10. So we can one of these. Let's get a whole system up and running. And then also want to just come. I might not have even unlocked it yet. Haven't. Go ahead and unlock this for 300 DP. Gonna be into this section here. Cargo airport. Now, this thing's pretty giant, but we can fit it here nicely. Now what do we need? Glass, brick, concrete, and steel. It's like everything we have nowadays is those crappy objects. Oh, by the way, we have 7,000 people ready to be working, so we shouldn't be worried too much about running out of workers today, which is awesome. That's really my biggest issue. Then I'll get bricks. Let's go ahead and get some concrete out here. Shout out concrete. Also just going to connect this dirt road back up to here. And okay, you can see this thing makes 1 oil every 25 seconds. Yeah, we actually could use probably a lot of these things and be fine. We're going to need quite a lot of one of these bad boys. Glass, running kind of low on, but we have 200 of it in storage, so I'm not really too But it barely has. Now, with all these new buildings also being built, we should see our income also be boosted quite a bit because we are just like getting thousands and thousands of time. So that's always pretty good. Like there's already brick being delivered, which is awesome. And then need some steel. I will say our steel production is not necessarily bad, but it's not fast. It's just not fast. I don't know why everything takes so desperately long to 30 years. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like it's not quick. There's just a lot of processing that has to happen for one piece of steel to be made. So it makes sense, but probably should expand even more. All right, cargo airports has now been done, and in my mind, I don't know if we can get them delivered here and then we ship them out accordingly. Going to be. I wonder how good this thing actually. Okay, so with attached runway, I'm so glad I actually made a runway system already. And looks like okay, so you spend development point. Interesting. These are going to cost 2 development points per unit. So that's going to be pretty expensive in terms of development points. Now we do have quite a bunch, but yeah, we're going to need something different here. Also, what we need to do is get a larger runway. Right now, we only have the medium runway, which allows for medium or smaller size plane city. But I think what we'll actually do eventually is just go and make another airport. Because, you know, there always has to be the private, rich people airport that's kind of in the city. Maybe back here, we'll make the large airport. Look how giant this thing. Yeah, that's pretty big. I guess if I'm just grinding, though, I could just place it. I could have just placed it over here for now. And you know what? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but we're going to do it. I just got to make sure I actually attach the right runway. Could be... Yeah, this is working. You can see we got big planes now. Those are going to generate DP automatically. It's going to be a little bit faster than before, so we'll take that. Let's go ahead and import... That's just how. Let's just get like 50 steel. 50 steel is going to be 100 development points. It's actually not that bad. So we have now imported button to it. So now is this... Oh, here you go at the bottom. I think that's the loading time. So it will take a little bit of time, but that's all right. Now what we need to do is just build some offices. I'm talking offices. I want some nice ones again. And we need to get this oil field set up. I'm not going to use these again. They're just kind of a bit too slow. It do take 10 seconds for processing. They look cool, but we're going to pass. A large Asian office has a processing speed of 0 seconds. I think might actually be a glitch in text, because this is 8. Oh, that's a small one. Yeah, that's right. Okay. That one needs plastic. This one just are like typical building materials. So we're going to go for this. We're just going to slowly but surely unlock all of these bad boys. I'll have to place this one down as well. And the large Asian office looks pretty cool, gotta say. Let's just start placing these as needed wherever we can fit them. Get some variety in the city. Pretty expensive. Go ahead and just get stone, concrete. Income-wise, we're up to $22,000. Our residential income is carrying hard as crap, but okay. Once we get these offices built, we're gonna start really focusing on this and all this steel. Okay, here we go. So we're just gonna export it directly behind this thing, which works out good. And that's pretty simple. Okay. So for steel, let me just go ahead and get 100 of this crap. It costs 200 development points. You know what? Actually, let me get 200. 400 development points. That's the best development points I've ever spent. He has 7.3k, so it's not that big of a deal. That's gonna import slowly but surely. And these things we're gonna start building. As you can see, with this guy working hard as crap. And one of them's already built. Heck yeah. So, buildings are done. This building is done. This concrete, which I guess we're out of. I don't know. I'm worried about it. We'll let it do its thing. We have enough now for it. Basically, what I'm thinking of doing, we will probably do 3 to 1 because it will take 150. We're going to need a lot. Let's just do this. We're going to do a whole line to one of them. That's fine. We want this thing selling as fast as possible. We're not going to be able to do that right away because these can only manage. That's probably why they're instant. Okay, those are all set to export now, and those are going to start working on filling this thing up. I'm only has 10. Also, we're down on water now. I've been slowly but surely prepping this here. I do need to get like a little different area to hold all my water and stuff. I could use this for something else. It's kind of inefficient. That's even the right word. Inefficient. There we go. It's also ugly. So, all right, there's our water crisis solved for now. Got some concrete finally delivered. Good to go. And the whole city is actually built now. Everything is built. I mean, there's a couple buildings over here missing, but not too worried about it. Go into here. If I go to view inventory, I do sell all. 10 units is 1,500 coins. So every unit of oil is 150. Now, if we times 150 by 250, 37,500
for every time one of these gets filled up. The question is, how fast can we fill it up? Well, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 19. We have 19 pumps pumping at 1 oil every 25 seconds. I honestly think we need... Oh, I'm tempted to move this, but we'll leave it here for now. We're going to need a lot of pumps. The faster we can get to fill up, the more money we just instantly... I'm going to manage this building. We're going to do sell all. Okay, you know what? We'll just do this. This is way better. We'll do it when delivery is received. I'm constantly selling as soon as it receives delivery. Which is good, because we kind of need that to happen. And just 100 steel. We're popping there. You guys are going to start building slowly. So what we'll see here is once it's finally done, which is second, this thing will just start auto selling. That to me is a lot better because we don't have to wait on a 250 oil sell at once. We let it do it work. Which is now 0. If that's the case, let me go ahead and just move this out of the way. This is kind of proving my brain this will in fact work. Sweet. So those are going to be going. Go ahead and manage this. We're going to say to sell all when received. Then we're just gonna keep on going down the line and getting all these bad boys set up. These are gonna take... I don't want to think they're gonna take too much time if we have this many drills. We're gonna have to just watch our income slowly, hopefully go up. But it's just not gonna be super consistent. I mean, maybe we can get one sell every tick, so maybe it's possible to see. I don't think it's gonna... That's a lot of pumps already going. But honestly, let's get some more of the old offices because they're just... I can hold so much more. I also want to start getting rid of that symmetry we had going for us for some glass and steel is all we need. Once that's built, that can hold 6 clients, so that's quite a few of them. And yeah, hopefully everything's working. Now we can tell if something is being shipped over if we see a white van leave there. Also, we'll see the place, of course, but hopefully gonna work pretty good. It's not something I thought about doing before, so either it's not that good of an idea, or I was just silly. So yeah, it takes about 4 minutes, a little over 4 minutes for each pump to be able to ship out. So that's not fast, like at all, guys. That's not fast at all. No, well, let me go into development. Let's unlock some new office building. Go ahead and get some American ones. That's just the typical stuff we need. American ones. And what's that? We need concrete and steel. Oh, okay. Let me just use my brand new import sources button. Just get 100 of this crap. Come on. 500. Never mind. 400. Never mind. 200 of this real quick. 50 steel. It's now saying we need a larger runway to do like giant deliveries. So we'll do that eventually. But you get the... So you know what I'm gonna do is actually just put them all on here and make it not sell when deliveries just for now. I want to see how fast we can fill one up. I want to see like what's the ratio to pumps to up in like... I want to fill it up like under a minute. We'll have to see. But I'm gonna get to work on this stuff and I'll be back hopefully soon. All right, you guys will be proud of me. Now I know this looks kind of crazy, but this is the ratio roughly to pumps to fill up this thing in under a minute. So did some math. Basically, one pump produces about 2.4 oil every minute. So for enough pumps to fill up 150 storage in under a minute, it would take about 5.3 rows of these bad boys. So I went ahead and did 6, which is actually kind of crazy. I like predicted that, didn't change the shaping at all. So those are going to slowly build, and we let those things pick up. But for the most part, so now all I have to do is start working on more offices. That's kind of my bottleneck at the moment. Letting those things get up there is good to go. But we have to make plastic. It's something I'm not really super excited to do, but we got to do it. So let's just bite the bullet, get it going now, and not have to worry about it in the future. So we're gonna need to convert oil and coal into plastic, which will affect modern buildings. So we will need another storage facility place. Go ahead and just let's just get us a plastic factory. Yes, put it out here. So to get this thing constructed, glass, we're gonna need some concrete, steel. Now this thing is going to need oil and one of these, fine. Then coal, however, will be a tad bit more annoying. Oil and coal. It doesn't have to make a ton of plastic. I just have to have it be. For the time being, I could just order some in. Probably gonna be a lot easier. Also, let me go ahead and just get another steel. Let me get this plastic stuff set up. It shouldn't be too hard. I have to just wait a little bit of time. Because we're gonna need wood and ore for this. Luckily, we can fit pretty much everything we need to fit back here. Pretty nice. Fine. Everything is officially built. Just have to get all the stuff up, which is requiring me to build these bad boys. Fine. So BRB. Once I have the plastic set up, I have some offices built, and hopefully all these built as well. But I'm just gonna get some offices built. I'm gonna go for the best in the game, which is going to be these bad boys right here. Large modern offices. You can see they can do 8 clients at a 0-second processing speed. So this is definitely going to be what we need. For the time being, I'm just going to go ahead and buy some plastic. I think it actually costs the same. Okay, it costs the same amount as that. Crappy. But that's okay. Because in my mind, it's money well spent. So I'm going to get to work. Be back when this whole system is ready to go. All right. So I'm at a bit of a bottleneck. First things first, let me show you what I've done over here. It looks splendid. So the way I had it before, one thing I didn't account for is that time that it would take for each of these to be delivered kind of limits it. This thing has to be delivered individually. It can't all be delivered at once. So it was bottlenecking really bad. So I just made a bunch of them. Made each road go to each, and they just sell as soon as they get them. It's making pretty decent money. I then ran out of power. Decided to redo the power. So I went ahead and got this going. I can put some more in here. I'll just kind of keep duplicating this all the way to the railroad. Other than that, trying to make some money. I'm sick and tired of sitting here waiting. So if I want to get like, I'm talking cash, okay? I want to get real money. So we need a bunch of Walmarts. We could honestly go for maybe this. Do a bunch of Hotel Omegas. Let's do that instead. What's this? Class. Cool. We'll do a bunch of Hotel Omegas. And then for factories, we want to get the large modern factories. Product value 40. Now we're gonna need plastic to get this going, but I can just buy it. So let me just preemptively buy quite a bunch of plastic here. 250 just safe. And then let's go ahead and start building these in. Also, I did get a bunch of offices and get the best ones down. And these are all being used for oil pumps right in the middle here. But I don't have enough people, so we gotta get some more houses. We gotta get some more money. It's a whole thing. We are down by about 1,800 jobs, right? Yeah, we need some. I really want to place some more of these guys down like this. They're $207,000. That's a bit annoying. So I'm just going to start spamming these down as often as humanly possible. We're going to use roads in between. So just going to hope for the best. But I need an absolute crap ton of houses. That. I also have this space here I'm going to use and this space here. I'm breaking off from the like symmetry. I think it's gonna look nice. It's gonna look a little bit more realistic. So we're gonna try our best to squeeze. I guess some just apartments in here. Just need to get buildings down. Happiness is actually at 100%. Need a bunch more houses. We are making pretty good money off residential income. And also, our selling stuff does not seem to be. Something's messed up. See, this only says 4K, but the 11,000. Oh, okay. I think it's only showing us our. Okay. So I mean, our residential income is still very good, 40,000, but our expenses are so high. Just mostly, honestly, because stuff, all of our power and stuff, that they're pretty bottlenecked. But it's okay. We're gonna get some more houses in here. Get these things running. Okay. Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this whole back line stuff because I'm just not gonna need to use all of them. My goodness, did it take a long time to link all those other. It was terrible. Delete those. That'll relieve a little bit of jobs. Not a ton, though. Yeah, 200 jobs, roughly. And hopefully that'll make our expense down a little bit. Let's just start focus on building. I do need to get some more space for my city, but I have no money. I literally can't buy it if I wanted to. I think I'm going to start squeezing in a bunch of shopping centers here. And I think I'm actually just going to call it Walmart Road. Where I actually live in the United States. Walmart basically owns the town. Okay, look it up if you want to. If you're interested. But yeah, little town in Arkansas. Literally, Walmart owns this place. So this is kind of like home for me. We're gonna place 5 Walmarts down on Walmart Road. I think this is gonna be great. This thing is gonna be great for our economy. Okay, everyone loves Walmart, so it's gonna be great for morale. And it's not that hard to build either, so this is pretty easy. It's just getting a little bit of concrete. We need a bunch of wood, a bunch of bricks. Then all we need now are the factory. I don't really have space for anywhere else, and I also want these to be really close for like the delivery time and stuff. Okay, that. I don't have a ton of plastic. I think I should have enough to buy 250. That'll actually be fine. Got all this stuff here. Good on concrete, stone, bricks. Like I say, the city is looking awesome. The skyline looks really cool, and I like how it's just kind of grows as it gets larger in the back. You know what? Honestly, while I do this, let's start painting some. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna do nice like gray and red black buildings. Oh, like I said before, I want to just have some different like pods. Maybe I'll just do like half of this. That like just colors over here. Nice dark green. Like some nice like multicolored buildings. And for the ones around the school, we'll do like dark gray, light gray, black to add some like differences. For this, actually just color. Have some like this.
Okay, like this looks kind of cool. Just a bunch of different colors. I'm going to randomly apply these here and kind of sort of hope for the best. Looks pretty nice. Kind of hard to tell what the colors look like in color lighting. Get the gist. Going to come through slowly but surely, change the colors of these ever so slightly, just to make them look a little bit different. They don't all need to be the same color. Okay, I think it looks nice. Now for these buildings, I do want to have all these color. I kind of mess with that. Yeah, that kind of black. Sorry, dark gray, light gray, and orange. For the skyscrapers, try. All I really want to do for these is just different colors. Really can't do a whole lot with these. Making like bright orange and stuff like I did in the last playthrough. Kind of look unrealistic. Gonna do something like that. Looks pretty dang. For these buildings over here, change them up. I don't like the big white stuff. Kind of ugly. Try some like gray combos. Oh, yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Also, this one's now up and running. So I do get this system and actually start making our own plastic. Wasn't really do it before, but we probably should have a perfect amount of this. All of this working here. All right, so this should all be working now. We should start coal going there as well. Once the coal gets made, of course. Then we have the plastic stuff here. White. Cool. Looks good. The plastic factory is also automated. I'm starting to get some lag. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I am starting to get some lag. Might be time to turn down the graphics quality a slight bit. Just performance. That should be good. We're up to 34,000 people, so this is pretty good. This is the new colors. I think add the city some nice flavor. Make it look actually legitimate. Still need to be colored over here and here. But I kind of like the colors of them, so got it. Back to what we were doing before. Get some stone in here. So I'm gonna get these Walmarts set up here. I'll probably have to build some more buildings as well. Then I'm gonna start just AFK and grind for money. Can actually get this city growing. What I'm thinking now we do next is buy all this plots of land as we get the money, of course. I want the city to go diagonally. I want it to go directly towards that corner. How we can do that, but for the time being, that'll be good for now. I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, we're back. I have $10 million. Walmart Road has made quite a bunch of money, $1 million a piece, roughly. Also did place on a bank tower. It's roughly at $1 million now. And I also went ahead and built these 3 hotels over here, which are all going to slowly but surely start stocking up on sales. So I've got this area left to build on, and then we actually pretty much have to expand. The map is completely filled, which I'm fine with, but yeah, we definitely need to expand, and it's going to be 2.5 mil for each one. Also, I finally unlocked the better water treatment facility, so I need to go through and replace all of these. This one produces 45 kiloliters, and these only produce 5. So this is equal to 9 of these buildings, which is absolutely insane. I didn't realize I didn't have it unlocked. I'm kind of an idiot, so there you go. And, you know, I'm just looking at my expenses per tick, and I'm just really, really tempted to just say, let's go through here and just delete all of these things. So we're at 445, 420. Okay, so it's not that big of a difference, but I don't know if it's worth having these still. I gotta find out what's actually like my biggest expense and get rid of it. I have a feeling it's my water treatment facilities because we have so many of these things. So I am extremely tempted to get rid of some of these. Let's go ahead and do exactly that. I don't really know what my expenses are because we have $54,000 in I mean, I suppose it could be like these buildings. We have a lot of like stuff to produce all of our stuff, but I don't know what's using so much. I just got rid of all those and my thing didn't seem to have changed at all. So I really have no idea what I need to do next. Oh, you know what they say, when in doubt, build crap and figure it out. So let's go ahead and get the best modern large apartments. 1,500 residents, but it costs 100 concrete, 145 planks, 30 glass, 30 wood, plastic, and steel. These are going to be expensive to build, but I think it'll be okay. Over here in this area, though, I'm not going to build them because I feel like they're too nice to be over here. So we're just going to slap some more large suburban apartments in here. That'll be fine. But I think 2 medium apartments in here perfectly. Yeah, but we can maybe fit some small apartments. Guess we'll fit 2 of these bad boys in there then. Get it. The same thing right here. And 1 more here. All right, so that'll work for now. So, those are going to need some stuff to be built. Honestly, let me just buy everything we need. All right, we're back. Sorry, by the way, if my mic was messing up. I had a wrong filter on that I had forgotten about. But it should be sounding better now, hopefully. So we should have a nice rest of the video, or at least for a little bit, until I mess it up again. But, here we go. Look at the city, looking beautiful. And I went ahead and bought all of this land. It's like 50 million per purchasable square, which we only have 3 left now, which is awesome. So now we can actually start my ideal plan, which is
to get a diagonal line city thing going on. By the way, something I've been working on. Like I said earlier, I mentioned this. The mole people. I did it. So if you look over here, there's a little hole in the ground. And if you just hop down in the hole, you'll see these bad boys down here. This is the mole people's Walmart city. And basically, they make me a ton of money. When this thing is actually working, because I just restarted my game, so they're all to be refilled again. But when it's actually working, we make upwards of $90,000 per tick. And the best part, look at this. We go to here, and what mole people that live underneath the earth and farm me money? What mole people? So anyways, that's a pretty nice little boost to our income. You'll see these, once they start working again, this thing should tick up quite a bit. There's 21, and it'll keep ticking up back up to like 90,000. So, let's see what we need to do here. So, what I want to do is actually do like a 3-lane highway type thing. Now, this road right here does come straight down the city, and that's awesome. But I would honestly like to do, like, I would like to have a giant highway down the middle. It just comes all the way down here, but I don't think it's going to be possible with our current setup. So, I'm going to have to actually come through here and start deleting a lot of our road system. And this might look a little funky, but A, roads are easy to draw back, okay, so it's not that big of a deal. And B, I think it's going to be very helpful. But as you may know, it can't overlap or anything, and it'll actually throw a giant fit, so kind of out of our control there. If this thing can just be placed, it's going to be sweet. But I have a really bad feeling that it's not going to be that simple. Yeah, you can see the sides of the road are digging in all the buildings, all the lights. So we're basically going to take some space right through the strip of the city and have to widen it up just a tad bit. But I think in the end, it'll actually look really quite nice. And it'll actually just add a little bit of more character to my city than we currently have. So we just got to destroy like one set of buildings on each side. And it's going to drop our population a little bit. It's going to drop our income a little bit. But I think we'll be just fine, given the fact that we're going to build this crazy new development thing in the top right corner. Okay, that sucks. I have to delete my offices. Okay, and this one, oh, they're pretty important. Okay, let's just see what this one does so I can remember. Okay, that is my ore mine, as well as some of my cement stuff. Okay, crap! And actually, I already deleted one too, so I don't even remember what it was. Okay, well, you know what? It's okay. It's really not okay, but it's okay. So, 3-lane highway. Can we start it from here? We cannot. We can start from right here, though. We're going to go just straight down all the way to here, and I think it looks pretty cool. Then we'll do some 2-lane highways just leading off in either direction here. I wish we could just, like, quick replace all these roads, but it doesn't seem to be very, very possible, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. But we can at least get these ones in here. And then what I want to do is for every one of these old roads, I'd like to try to at least, yeah, do something like this. We have these new roads, these new like highway looking roads in place of them, because I want to have a giant highway that runs through my city, and I didn't think to plan this earlier because I'm not super smart, so it just didn't really happen like I would have wished. These ones can still be the streets. That's no big deal at all, especially because we kind of built these buildings around them, so I'm definitely not going to go back and try to replace all that crap. Wait, actually, these should actually fit in here without having to do... Let me just test this. River streets here. I think I can still place the 2-lane highways. Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. So I will... I thought... Man, my eyes were just deceiving me. I thought this was not going to work, but it will work. Cool. So that looks, I think, really, really cool. It's 3 lanes of traffic, and honestly, it doesn't really mess up our stuff that much. What I want to do in these areas anyways is put like some highway walls, if that's even a thing in this game. You know, like on the side of the highways, especially when they run through the cities, there's like walls on either side, right? I wish I could do those. Doesn't look like it's super possible, but what I could do instead is maybe just put rocks and trees on either side. So it's kind of like a nature drive. I don't know. We'll just do something like this. We'll just eventually come back through here, add some more trees to make it look actually nice and pretty. For the time being, just to get the idea down, we'll just do this. So yeah, something that we had set up on that other office is destroyed, and partially some of my cement factories are destroyed now, but I'm not really too worried about it.
it's the crappy ones anyways, so that's fine. Now, off this road, we could fit something else in here for sure. Let's see what that might be. I'm thinking some sort of maybe housing. These could work, but they're modern stuff, and I want to put them somewhere else. But it's kind of our best bet as of right now, so let's just pop these bad boys down. And then I'm gonna leave this little section here open. So I'm just gonna mirror this. We're gonna have a ton of housing. This is gonna be really nice. I think these can hold 500 a piece, so that'll be very helpful. Bada bing, bada boom. And then what I want this highway to do is legitimately just take a hard right all the way to this corner right here. And then I want to have, let's just say this road, which will now be a 2-lane highway, come up and just try its best to follow it down all the way. And then, yeah, let's just say this road. I think it's actually perfect spacing. We'll come right there. So we're going to have this kind of cool strip down the middle. We'll have a lot of the skinny buildings on these sections here. We can fit a lot of stuff, though. It's big enough to fit most things, I think. And then I want to basically have like an arrow shape. Like I had this before right here already. It's already done. But I wanted to see where the edge of the map was. This is the edge of the map. It's as far over as I could build. So we're going to use this whole section to kind of plan out some stuff. And I want to try to use streets as much as possible just because they're so space efficient. But at the same time, if you can fit a street there, you might as well just fit a road because they actually take up the same amount of space. But I'm thinking we just do some like diagonal lines going either way. And it might make a kind of cool design / like optical illusion. By the way, there's our 100K right there. So we'll have to see. But for right now, let's just get everything planned out. And then we'll start worrying about actually building it. Because as of right now, I'm just not too worried at all about building it. We need to make some more money to buy this plot so I can connect the railroad over to here. And then have a station here for my building station here next to a railroad. So it's a lot faster. But other than that, everything else is hopefully going to work pretty well. Now you see there's kind of a lot of traffic on the roads. They look to all be going to the Walmart right here, which is fine. That is our like only main attractions though, so it kind of makes sense. But one thing I definitely am going to want to do, which this might be a little bit overkill, but we have $37 million. How much is this? 1, 2, 3. This is 1,000,000 buckaroos. What I would like to do is place a crap ton of these buildings. The only downside I'm seeing is that they are like not working correctly. They have to be placed on like a horizontal street, which I don't like that at all. Also, that's not even. That is not even Steven. Okay. Let me go ahead and find out what the proper spacing is. From here to here, it's about 600 in diagonal line. So if we just do this again, it'll actually be from about here. If I just go up and over, that line up perfectly. No, but it's very close. I think it has to go from this one. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay, cool. So that is, I think, perfect. If we look up here, yeah, that's perfect. Cool. So anyways, we're gonna definitely try that out. And then I might just honestly follow this border road here and just make a crap ton of apartments. But it's just gonna take a lot of materials. But I mean, we end up with time, so let's get this building and let's see what else we can do. So I'm just gonna start spamming crap down this way. First things first, let me go ahead and just get a silly little construction yard, and I can actually place it here, and it would be super close to all of our stuff. Honestly, I could place it here. It's literally across the road, and we could start building on this side. I really wish I could just buy this and make a road straight across and place it right here. I need to get it as far over as possible, which looks like the big, maybe here, maybe. Okay, let's just do this. We'll place it here for now, and let's see, the rough line is where I'm standing. Just get a rough line. All right, that's a rough line. We just gotta stay on the right side of this line and we can build automatically. So what I'm gonna do is just start making grids. I know I said I didn't want to have a whole bunch of grids, but to be honest with you guys, I just love them. I just love the grids. I think they look awesome. I think it makes everything really easy, and I think it works. I think it works great. So we're gonna use them. Luckily, I have maxed out everything, so everything is good for a long time. Now, concrete, steel might give us issues in the future, but hey, if that's the case, I can just buy more because I have 12,000 development points. So we can buy more steel, we can buy more concrete like it's nothing. So let's get to work. So over in this section, this would actually be a good spot for these nice the new modern apartments and stuff. We have some over there, whatever. Well, let's place some of these large modern apartments just over here. You know, that area that you're kind of driving through on the way up is very cool.
but that's not the actual city that like people are going to come to. Okay, that's like the little suburbs, okay, little apartment buildings of this city. Now, if I got this absolutely perfect, I'm going to spaz out. I didn't, but that gives us a nice safe side for the safety wall. So let me go ahead and just delete it and just fix it, and then we'll just say I did it perfectly. Everybody go with that? Cool. So that's our grid. And now in between each of these, I want to maybe do a one-way street and place it. However, if we do like this, there's just a lot of grass sticking through, which honestly, it won't be the worst thing ever to have a little bit of green in this city. It's better than smog. All right, I'm just going to turn off building icons for now because it's just too much for my eyes to look at. That's getting really, really complicated. And I'm just going to come through here and build as much of these as I possibly can. So give me a minute to get this little grid here planned out. And then maybe potentially another grid in a second. I'll tell you this, though. We're going to need some more water, some more electricity, some more everything. And honestly, we're going to need some more money. Okay, I know I said I was going to finish this grid off, but to be completely honest with everybody, I'm out of money. I'm already down to 3 mil, so we got to get these built. Also, if I can get these built, I can make a lot more money. But look at these materials. Oh, no. It's 100 concrete per building. So I have enough for 10 buildings. After all of my saving up. Lord help us. Well, on the good side of things, we can, I guess... I don't even know. We're out of people as well to work in the building. Oh, heavens, no. Okay, let's get these built here. And then we'll go back and try with those. How many jobs do we need? Oh, 3,400. Okay. That's not good. Let me get these buildings built, and I'll be back in a second. All right. It's been a little bit of time. I AFK'd overnight, and have officially got this behind me built. Now... you might be able to tell I only got 4 rows built, and that's because I really didn't need any more than that. I got this nice kind of central park thing going on behind it, and I think it looks really nice. But ladies and gentlemen, that took, I'm being serious, hours. Each building needed 100 concrete by itself. Just think about that. So I hope you guys enjoy how that looks, because that will never happen again. I also did go ahead and build some offices here. They're managing a few things, but not really too much. But look here. Our residents are not super happy because they don't have enough jobs. If you go into here, you can see we have a total of 71,000 unemployed citizens. So, yeah, we're going to need quite a lot of jobs to suffice their needs. All right, that should be a nice boost to our electricity and water. So now, this just looks great. Also, I kind of have this sort of grid going on. I like how they kind of look like they intersect with the roads here, even though they don't really intersect with the roads. I think it works pretty well. So now I want to take some of these squares and use them for some commercial buildings as well. Just because there's no reason not to. We need to get some money flowing anyways. So let me just take some of these large American shops. So I can get about 3 of them in here. Then obviously just some more pine trees. Because the people over here were pretty upset because there's no trees near them. So this is going to help everything flow a little bit more evenly. I also think it just adds a nice little texture to the city. It is so refreshing only having to use small amounts of materials. I don't even want to know how much DP I spent on shipping in all the resources needed for that thing. Most of it I did get myself, but I had to buy probably like upwards of 2,000 concrete and then make about 4,000 myself. So it sucked. That's for sure. All right, those will get built here in a second. And that looks pretty good. And I just love seeing all the traffic coming down the middle road here. I think it looks awesome. Also, there is some sort of bug. The longer you stay in the lobby, something is glitching out and duplicating because it will become such a laggy mess. It's not even playable. So that's kind of fun as well. But you know what? These American shops are actually pretty tall. So this is perfect. Also, before I forget, let me come in here, add some lights in every corner. All right, that should be good. And somehow we're already out of power again. 78. Yeah, we need 80. Okay. I'm really shocked that there's no better power source. Like, this one kind of sort of sucks. All right, cool. That's done. Although, wait, these aren't getting power still. What? Okay, now we get the power fixed. Oh, now we need water. No, that's done. I'm just going to come into here, and I'm going to start putting in some different shops. We're going to put the modern ones in here. And we're going to put a nice big hotel in the middle, which I think looks pretty spectacular. And now we just got to build this. All right, so now I want to take some space and make a bunch of large American factories. Because we actually haven't played these yet, and I like the way these look. So these will work all here. We can put some more stuff there. I like what I did here. Got a little road in the middle. I think this looks awesome. But now we gotta just make some roads over here. Just come... I can come straight across like this. I really need to mirror it, so... These would be like here. That, I guess, looks about right. Okay, there we go. So I went ahead and just kind of doubled that same look. I think looks kind of really awesome. And now we're gonna make this section over here be some of our industrial buildings. So there we go. Let me get this even though. There we go. All right. So this is how it looks now. I think it looks pretty cool. And I already have a couple buildings linked up to these bad boys here. So all I'm gonna do now is just, I already have these offices, so I might as well use them. I'm just going to use the rest of these to supply all these new buildings over here. And this is going to be good. It's going to give us a lot of jobs for all of our people. Because right now, we don't have that many jobs. We still have like 70,000 jobs that were needed to be used. So hopefully this helps out our city a little bit. And there we go. All those are now being used. And this looks pretty cool. But yeah, I'm having to reload my game pretty often now to keep up. Because it's just simply dying very quickly. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and place these bank towers on the ends of both the streets here. I think they look really cool. I like the design a lot, so I want to have them in the city. We're gonna surround them by some trees, and then we'll have these built eventually. But you're driving down here, you get to see the two cool looking towers on either side of the road. So it's gonna work pretty nicely. And then let's just fill up these spots next. And I'm thinking we have a lot of steel, like a lot of steel that I need to burn through. And I'm thinking we'll use these buildings here as a way to do that. We could fit them in here quite nicely as well, to be honest. But let me... You know what? Yeah, let me just do this. I'm just going to start from, let's say, the corner. And I just want to space them out nicely. Maybe like here. For like 3 of them. And then we can start kind of going to town on these bad boys. Okay. Something like that I think looks pretty cool. It'll take quite a lot of stuff to actually build this, but that's all right. I'll just get the glass loaded up in here already. And now we'll start working on that slowly but surely. And hopefully we can just burn through some of our steel, because we have a crap ton. So while that is going over there, let's start planning out this section here. And what I'd like to do is get another Walmart. I would like to get a large Asian shop, and then if possible, a large modern shop, which what I should do is this. Boom. And if I can fit a road up here, this will be absolutely perfect. Oh, heavens, yes. Nice. We can just kind of section these off accordingly. And then I want to put the largest version of every seller I can put in here. Okay, let's we got a bunch of large stuff. We got the large office, suburban house, and then shops. Where's the shops at? Okay, looks like just the Asian shop. We'll just put that, say, there. We haven't used much of these large Asian offices yet, so let's go ahead and place some of these down here. I think we can fit 3 of them quite nicely in there. And I'm just going to keep adding some variations. I'd like these large suburban apartments. I think it'll fit nicely over here. They kind of look cheap. And what I'll do is actually match the factory colors to these to make them look even more similar. And hopefully they'll look kind of decent. So we'll do, let's just say 3 of these here. And then I guess we could double up and do another shop. But I'm tempted to kind of do these small European shops somewhere. I think we can maybe fit them in actually in this space right here. This will be our little Europe. But before I do anything else, let me actually make sure I have everything possible unlocked. There we go. Let's get these unlocked. I think in my old city I spammed these quite a bit. So it's nice that I took a break from them. But let's expand. And ooh, you know what? I just saw the medium and small Asian apartments, and I kind of like them. Yeah, let's use those. We can fit a couple of these bad boys in here. 3 of them to be exact. Actually, no. Let me put this somewhere else. I do want to do the European style houses. So we need to get some of these like little small townhouses and stuff. And I think the best way to do that, see how large they're going to be. The medium and large European apartments are actually pretty big. I'm actually tempted to put a large European one here, and then just surround it by one of these on either side. And with this, we'll come up and just kind of follow this shape like so. Then yeah, let's just follow this road for now. We'll just do a couple different colors. Okay, and then we just need to follow up right behind this bad boy. I think the big road will actually work better. It fills it up a little bit nicer. We're just gonna do the very similar same thing here. This time we're gonna mix some shops in there just to add that extra level of variation. I think it's gonna be all we're gonna be able to fit for that little road. So now let's go ahead and do, let's see. Yeah, these small European apartments. Let's just use these. So it's kind of a shopping district slash housing spot slash construction. This is going to be like kind of poor, kind of downtrodden, kind of sketchy at nighttime. You know what I mean? You wouldn't want to walk outside by yourself at nighttime. I think a sleep motel fits in perfectly right here. Nice. I like the way that looks. And we have this section here.
I'd like to do something with this. I'm thinking maybe a Hotel Omega, actually. Yeah, let's do a Hotel Omega, and then we'll come around here and just trace it, basically, with these roads. We can just kind of go straight up and down if we can. All right, it's being kind of funky, so forget that idea. I will have a road on one side, though. I think it looks nice. Okay, I think it'll look pretty nice. Now, this is going to take quite a lot of resources to build, but I'm really happy that it's going to. Let's go ahead and get all my steel and stuff in here. Get that to start building. And all these businesses over here, you can see it already made us 100k a piece, pretty much, which is really awesome. These aren't the best factors, but I like the way they look, so we're going to just use them for now. And I might actually take this colorway and just apply it to a lot of the buildings over here to see how it looks. But all in all, this is pretty cool. Yeah, we're going to need a ton of bricks over here, which is not great because these things are going to run out very fast. But for the time being, I think we'll be okay. And look at all this traffic. It looks awesome. I don't really know why they only go one way, unless these are technically one-way roads, which in that case I could replace this one to go back up. But I don't see a lot of people exiting this part of the city, which is definitely interesting. If I connect this road right here up here, do people drive all the way up here to get out of the city? Because if so, we have something messed up. Oh no, look at this red car. Oh heavens, no. Yeah, that might be a possibility. Now I do have this area open as well, but I want some tall buildings back here. Because they need to kind of help add to the skyline. So what I'm going to do is just add a bunch of these modern ones in here as possible, which we can fit quite a few on that little janky road there. And we can fit a couple over here as well. And I think that'll be just perfect. Those also will need to be built eventually, but this whole side of the interstate pretty much is done. We're going to fill in this spot here. Then I think I'll just add a nice little long line this way for this. And by the way, look at this. People are actually using this quite often, so we need to fix that right now. So what I'll do is delete this road, and so I guess the direction of which you create the road does in fact matter. We're going to do this basically one intersection at a time, which is going to be a little bit annoying, but it's all right. There we go. That's all fixed up. And then the slip roads we will put from here going to there, and from here going to there. So if you want to get on the interstate, you can, and go back the other way. So that's working good. But I want the only way in and out of this city to be on this highway. So we should see, hopefully, a few people doing this. Now, what I want to also do, I think take a street, because there's no bridges in this game. Or maybe just a roadway. But I figured this out. How did I do that? I think it was, here we go, E. I can take the road, and I can make a bridge by using that keybind there. So, I don't know why it's bugging out, but I think I can get this to work. Let me go ahead and make the bridge first. There we go. Yeah, we'll do something like this. Boom. And from here, usually go across like that. And then from here, yeah, just need to go down like that. This is a little bit nicer looking than this side, but it's all right. Now what I'm going to do is just curve this up into both these intersections here. And that's going to give our people a nice way to get over the interstate. If they need to get to this side, it's a little bit faster. Hopefully people actually use this. Now, why is there only one leg? I don't know. But I don't care, because it does work. So, there we go. Okay, so yet again, even though I replaced the highway, I'm not seeing anyone driving on this one. It might actually, you know what it is? Probably. It's probably because this little section of the road here is technically the wrong way. Because now that I'm looking at it, the white is on one side and the yellow is on the other. So this actually could be, my fault. Same with this. The reason why I was using this is because it's the wrong way, which I think it needs to be like that. Okay, there we go. So now the lines are consistent all the way down. Looking good, looking good. And yep, there we go. Look at that way. Is that people officially driving back up to the city. Okay, so that's good ball knowledge. That's good for me to know. So these are one-way streets, which is kind of cool. Kind of accurate to the actual like cities, which I kind of hate because I'll like go down the wrong way, not realize it, and get hit by a car and die. So that usually sucks. But okay, I'm really happy with how this looks, especially with the bridge as well. So everything over here looks to be doing pretty well. There's just a lot of steel that has to be placed down still, and a ton of concrete, but I'm not really too worried about it right now. So what I'm gonna do next is get these two things laid out, and let's see what we need to get. So we have, let's see, a lot of shopping over here, a lot of housing over here, a lot of housing over here. Actually, yeah, a lot of housing over here, a lot of housing here, a little bit of a market store thing, the hotel thing right there. So let's see what else we have here. Let me also make sure I have everything unlocked. We can actually unlock this as well, I think, right? We need to have 100,000 people with 100% happiness, or maybe over 99% happiness, which we'll get that if we just employ more people. So that's fine. And then In terms of shops, we just need to unlock the large European shop. I can place that down. Sure. Then I think all of these are done. Yep. All of these are done. All of these are done. Okay. All those are done. Another thing I could do is get some buses running. I still haven't really run buses. I remember them being kind of glitchy, but it would add some nice stuff to the city. So let's go ahead and just throw a bus depot in, honestly, over here. We're just going to need 30 stone. And now I'm just going to go around my city and plop down some bus stops. We want these in the high density spots. We want them near the shops. We want them near everything. So we're going to put one on this corner next to Walmart's. Let's put one right down here on this main street. And then lastly, let's just put one over here because this is a pretty popular area as well. We'll place one here. And I want that to be a bus route. Or sorry, a bus route. Excuse me. So if we go to edit routes, I think I can just click on it, stop 1, stop 2, and lastly stop 3. Although it's saying it cannot... Okay. It cannot find this bus route. Now, I don't know if I can do more than one route, actually, now I think about it in this game. I thought that I could, but I might be mistaken. We'll place that right there. We'll save and apply that. Purchase buses. I want to get... Let's see, 3 buses and 3 London buses. I think that'll be fine for now. I don't really know how popular these are going to be. But you can see here. There go the buses out to work. And I also want to get some trains. I want to get some train stations. It's something I didn't do before. But A, look how good this traffic looks going both ways, ladies and gentlemen. And B, we got a lot of people. So this should work pretty well. A good spot for a train station would actually be right about here. I have to jet across the highway, but I kind of like that. I kind of want to do that. So what I'll do is go into roads here. Let's just get this kind of mapped out. We're going to take this railroad here. We're going to try and turn it. See, I don't know why it turns the other way. Okay, so there's that. And then if I get this built, we just need sand, stone, and ore. And that's going to be a nice stop over there. I would like to put another stop over on this side of the city as well. Maybe we do one like this. And then if there was a way I could get one more in here, I would like to do it. I just don't know what the best way to do it is going to be because I have to go across a heck of a lot of roads. Although I suppose I could go underground. Let me just test this out. If I want to just place a railroad over top of this, can I? No. It's gonna be a while. I'm trying to finish this video today. Why, are you out of work? Okay. Well, yeah, I'm doing something right now, but I'll be free later. Yep.
I ended up returning one of the bras and a couple of doors, and then I found something.
All right.
And I'm really excited to show you.
All right. Sounds good.
I'll wear it today so I can show you.
All right. Sounds good.
I like ya.
All right. Love you too. Bye bye.
Alright.
Okay. There's that. Now those are gonna be built here in a second. Boom, boom. And I want to just see how good these are. Also, by the way, where are the buses? There's a bus right there. Oh, the bus just exploded. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. But I can put these bus stops in a lot smaller of places, so it's a lot easier to have multiple of those out. If I go to edit bus lines and I go to edit route, does it actually show me the route that it will take? It doesn't. Okay. Oh, here we go. Show bus route. Okay, so he's... Okay, so they go up, and then they go all the way down, because they have to get on the interstates. Down here, they have to then drive... Okay, see that right there is a little bit suboptimal, to say the least. See, they have to drive all the way down to the new city, turn all the way around through there. Wow. Okay, that's an interesting pathing. So I think if I just put a slip road in right here for people to get off, then they don't have to go all the way down. That's a lot easier. Interesting. We'll just put a little slip road in right here, and that should fix that. Now I don't know how fast it updates. If I do show bus route, is it the same? I guess it would be the same because they still haven't. They have to get off here and then off again. Okay, I see the issue here. I'll leave that slip road there. I do think it's gonna be important, and then we'll just grab another one. We'll just, dude, I want to curve it the other way. Is it based off my camera? No, it's not. I think it's based off of the direction I start placing it on. Yeah, I got a clue. I don't have a clue. But we'll just put a slip road in. We'll connect like that. So that might let this thing update. Hopefully so. Yeah, let's see. He's gonna go up as usual. I'm fine with him driving up there, but okay. Yeah, it's still going all the way around. I don't really know why. Maybe instead of using the slip roads, I'll just use an actual street, because I don't see these things getting used anyway. So maybe they're just kind of broken in this game. Not really sure. So we'll just do a nice little street. Then from here, you can go out a little ways and just plug back into there. Now that should fix it. If this doesn't fix it, I don't care, but it'd be nice. Okay, I don't care. It doesn't fix it. It might be like once you set it, it sticks how it is and then has to completely do it again. But that is the most ridiculous pathing I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay. Interesting. Well, what I'll go ahead and do is just throw some more stops on here because I might as well. Maybe that will update it. I don't really know. So we'll put a stop in on this street here near all these buildings. We can honestly do with putting a spot over here by these oil stuff. And then from there, I want it to then go down here. We'll get one in there. One smack dab in here. One smack dab in here. One smack dab in here. And we can actually... oh, please tell me we can fit one in the middle. Holy goodness. That'll work good. Now we can come back to here at the bus lines. And we can have 10 buses. So that's good to have in the back of the old noggin. Now let's just get these back on here. Put it in path to bus stop. Great. Same with that one. See, I think that... okay, no, these are two-way. You can see the cars are going two-way. That's nice. That's not the issue there. People are actually using these, so they do work. They do work. I mean, I don't know why I can't just take this first exit and go up to here, do its stuff. Will this one work? Hidden path to bus stop. All right, forget the bus stops then. Be like that. I don't really care that much. Okay, let me buy a couple more buses, a couple more large buses, and we'll call it a day. I mean, if this is going to be buggy, I'm not going to sit here and waste my energy trying to get the middest thing in the game to work, so forget it. What I will need to do is edit rail lines. Now, we already have a light train, supposedly, but we're going to go ahead and edit the routes. So we're going to have a stop there, then a stop there, then a stop there. And that's going to be perfect. Purchase some trains. Let's go ahead and get some bullet trains. 2.5 mil, but I like the way they sound, so let's get these things. And we should see... that's our crappy train here, but we should see here in a second some bullet trains take off. And I think the bullet trains are ridiculously fast. You can see the collected fare on those is still $0. Collected fare on these is also still $0. So I don't know how that works at all, but it's all right. Look at the bullet train, though. My goodness, that's fast. These bad boys are going to go all the way around the map. This guy here is going to get lapped. I like the way they look, so we're going to keep one of them. And they'll go from here all the way over to here. And it just adds another little moving part to our world, which I do definitely like. Sweet. Now, with that stuff out of the way, sorry for the sidetrack. Let's go back over here and get this finished. I know we already don't really need the high schools and stuff, but I would like to build some over here. So I think maybe right here off the interstate will work perfectly for the high school. And maybe we could put the middle school just across the way from it. I like that idea. Another positive by building this railroad is that we have this thing really close to here now. So I'm actually going to take this as an advantage. Get a cargo train station literally next door to this thing. And that way we can get materials to this thing even faster than we currently are. We still got some glass in there, but I think we'll use it eventually, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh, you know what it is? While I'm waiting for these to build, I don't have a fare on here. So they actually aren't producing any money. So let me get a little fare on there. You can't ride the train for free, okay? This ain't heaven. $5 train fees probably kind of... let's just do $2.50. Yeah, I just collected 12K because I made it $2.50. Okay, that'll work. Sweet, so now we have this thing built as well. So getting the resources over here is gonna be a lot easier. Let's go ahead and just start building all this stuff behind us, or at least get it started. But the cool thing is, we're going to just export it to this train yard here. And then we can ship this over to here, and it's only going to take 7 seconds. So that's marking off quite a lot of time, which is pretty sweet. Now from here, we export it right next door. Takes about a second, and that thing's ready to go. But yeah, this new highway being fixed looks amazing. The trains running around the system looks amazing. And all in all, I think this looks really, really cool. Now, let's add some more big buildings back here, and this thing's going to be complete. So I'm going to take some time. I'm going to also continuously place buildings down the middle here, just a different variety and stuff like that. We got a large space here for a lot of buildings. And then, yeah, we should be done pretty much with this playthrough. Let me get to work. Look at that. That looks absolutely phenomenal. Let me catch you up. So everything on this main street here is now done. It goes kind of from small to largest in the back, which I think looks awesome. We got the two awesome like Empire State Building looking things there. I got a nice like high density population area here with a bunch of the Asian buildings, the modern buildings, the American, the European. Everything is in this little quadrant here. We got like the money-making central over here. We got 4 hotels. We got the big building again, and then a nice giant shopping center down below. We got some things here, which I think I showed you before. Then I went ahead and added another construction facility because it's taking so long, and a railroad like I saw before. Then we got the nice modern rich neighborhood here off the interstate and also off this little service road here. Over here, everything is built in nicely and looks splendid. We got a little European center, little European square thing, and I think everything is flowing nicely. And also made this a nice looking, I think, nice looking mountain range over here on the side. And it is just grass, which I probably should have layered it differently with some dirt and such, but you know what? Let's just just look past that. But not only that, like I added a little lake thing on the mountain that runs into a nice river that flows out towards the backside of the city, and I made a little tunnel. I feel like the tunnel's pretty cool. A tunnel for the train to go under and such. So that's pretty cool. So now I just gotta come through here and paint a whole bunch of trees on here. And this thing's gonna look pretty sweet. Actually, wait, I can just paint this stuff. Let me just do this. And I go ahead and get some sand on the sides of the river here, just to show that it is, in fact, a river. There's all the dirt and crap. Let's go ahead and add some trees. This is gonna take quite a while. Hey, honey, what did you do at work today? Oh, I placed about 10,000 trees over the course of 30 minutes. Oh, was it fun? Not really. I have arthritis now and my finger fell off. But either way, there we go. I think it looked pretty cool. All I'm going to do now is go back through and add some tall pine trees just because I want to add some different layers and stuff. It just makes it look a little more realistic. But all in all, I think this looks pretty awesome. Bingo, buddy. And man, I just love the way this city looks. It's a nice straight shot. It just kind of goes into these different developing directions. It's just kind of cool. I like the big overpass too. I think it all looks really nice. But other than this, I'm not really missing much else out of this city. I have crazy income, $250,000 per tick. I have a nice mountain range in the backside. I have, of course, the early on additions, the massive highway going down through the city. And all in all, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a splendid, and this makes me very happy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, go ahead and comment down below. Moocah's city is the best city of all time. That way I know who's real and who's fake. And if you would mind, subscribe and like the video so I can make more videos like this in the future. With that being said, let me know what you guys want to see me play next. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!